Coming to you live from Hideaway Field in Las Vegas, Nevada. Happy Wednesday, PLW Nation. It's time for Premier League Wiffle. Week 3 continues on with the Vaderz visiting the home team Night Owls. The Night Owls were brought back to earth in Week 2 by a powerful Bomber side. However, manager Nick DiVella was without ace Brandon Maio, James Stein, and Randy Dalbey. Tonight, Maio and Dalbey will be in attendance as the Owls look to go above 500. The Vaderz lost both of their series to start off the season and are hungry to get back to last season's late form. The Vaderz have a powerful lineup, but will this pitching staff be able to limit the damage? Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Jim Adodos. To my right is Sand Viper player and broadcaster extraordinaire Trench Pacone. Trench, what's happening?
Let me tell you, I'm just filling in tonight for the great Adam Tannick. I got to be honest though, Dodos. He says he's a little under the weather. I think it's because he walked 2 people on 8 consecutive pitches, and he doesn't want to face the public.
Yeah, I was trying to bail him out last night by saying it was a little wet out there, a little sticky maybe, so I gave him a little
Didn't affect
reprieve.
Me, though.
Yeah, but then you came out and absolutely dealt. So we're just continuing our interview from last night. We just thought we might as well just keep it going, right?
Absolutely.
But we have a good one here tonight. I want to say what's up to TikTok Nation. Get on over to twitch.tv for Premier Wiffle for multiple camera angles and betting wiffle points. And the matchup tonight is the Vaderz and Night Owls. Let's start with the Vaderz. What have you seen so far this season?
You know, I give my hats off to Sasai. He's been doing a real good job managing his team. I really want to talk about Billy Santiwan.
Right.
This dude has 2 complete game shutouts. He's got this knuckleball that he's been controlling on point. It's been striking everybody out. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table tonight against the Night Owls.
Yeah, his knuckleball has been fooling hitters all season. Let's dive into the Vaderz lineup to see what we're working with here, as they should be rolling out something powerful. Leading off is the aforementioned Billy Santiwan, and he will be starting game 1. Ethan Ibarra hitting second. Kyle Edder hitting third. Tanner Roundy looking to get himself going, Trench. A little bit of a slow start for Tanner.
Yeah, last year he was on fire, and he was really dealing on the mound. He just can't seem to find the control that he had last year. But it looks like if he could come around into form, he's going to be formidable during this game.
And Gio Battistoni hitting 5th. Alonzo Valencia rounding things off with Sasai Alacone, Scotty Burley, and Kenny Santiwan, a new free agent pickup. I'm assuming it's Billy's brother.
Yeah, that was a free agent chip, that they used on Billy's brother, Kenny. So Billy Santiwan is now like the Santa Twos, right?
And that's why we love Trench Pacone to my right. Beautiful, beautiful work there. Let's get on to the Night Owls. Looks like Brandon Maio taking the bump for game 1. And they're going to have Randy Dalbey in attendance, but his private jet has been delayed for some weather issues, so I'm not sure when he's going to show up.
Yeah, there's been word out there that he might be missing at game number 1. He might be coming for game 2. Hopefully, you'd never want to see somebody miss starts because of a delayed flight. But this weather system that's coming in all over the country, I'd expect there's going to be some delays out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting into their lineup, Barry Hutter leading off. AJ Petrovsky, who's gotten off to a nice start this season, hitting second. Former MLB player Josh Towers in the 3-hole. Brandon Maio hitting 4th and taking the pitching duties. Nick DiVella and Kyle Baker rounding things off. Looks like a pretty strong Night Owl side here tonight.
Yeah, I like a sneaky player that I want to talk about right now is Nick DiVella. He's got his game going this year. I think he feels that finally he's got his squad in full form. They had to fight out of the Challengers tournament, and they're here to play.
Yeah, I love it. It looks like a great series here with 2 teams kind of in the middle of the pack here. The Vaderz at 2-4 coming in, and the Night Owls at 3-3. So expect some shifts in the standings. And if we got anything close to what the Vipers and the Cajuns provided last night, we are in for a real treat tonight. It's game time, folks. Brandon Maio on the mound. I want to say what's up to PLW Nation here on Twitch. 200 viewers joining us right away. That'll be going up throughout the night.
I'm so excited to work with you, Dodos. Like I said, I look at the scheduling of when we're going to be working together, and unfortunately, Tannick right now, he'll probably just be in the chat under the weather, so I had to fill in his spot as he's warm and cozy as we're freezing our butts off here. Not as bad as the wind died down a little bit tonight, but it is supposed to be a freezing cold. There is a little tiny bit of a breeze in those Tier 2 winds. Let's see if it affects these guys out here tonight.
Yeah, we might even impress those East Coasters tonight with getting down in the 20s. Here's Billy Santiwan leading it off. Up the middle, base hit. That's what he does, Trench. I mean, this guy is my bet to lead the league in singles. Guy always finds holes with seeing eye ground balls and does it right there.
Yeah, what a great way to start off the game against an elite pitcher as Ethan Ibarra up to bat right now.
Maio winds up and tinks the inside corner. Beautiful 12-6. That's what he does.
Yeah, he probably has one of the better 12-6s in the game.
Yeah, coming off a great start against the Legends in week 1. Missed last week. This is his second start of the season.
Ibarra wraps around that one for a foul ball. And you got to imagine, Brandon Maio, he's got a new baby out there. He's got some family obligations, and, he'll be missing some time here and there.
Great point. A new family man is Brandon Maio. Just took his baby to Disneyland, and that's at least what my Facebook feed says. But, it looks like he's touring the new experiences with his new child. So good for Brandon. He's a good guy. And 64, you've faced Maio for a while now, Trench. I mean, a guy that likes to come hot, and when he drops down to the side, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not.
That was his Achilles heel in the first couple seasons, as that's another foul ball, as he couldn't find the control and the speed, 55 and under. But over the course of the last couple seasons, he's gained that control.
And he's got a battle working with Ibarra here, 1-2. And throws a nice pitch. That's a really good take from Ibarra. Didn't even check swing at that. That wasn't that far away. Two and two now. Jams him inside, right back to Maio. Really good pitch. Maio looks like he has some decent stuff so far.
Yeah, you could always tell when a pitcher's locked in real early, and just by a few pitches that they throw. Yeah, it could be a little bit early, but I don't know. I'm feeling like Maio's going to do his things tonight.
Here's Kyle Edder coming off a big series, 3 home runs last series. A series which they played the Sand Vipers, I believe, and played well in that series, just couldn't come away with the W's.
Yeah, this kid's got power. He's a baller. I expect big things this season from him.
Oh, 56 over the number, 55 mile per hour maximum in this league to be a called strike. Good patience there from Edder.
And look who we have in the chat right now, Dodos.
Who we got?
My good friend, White Boy Rick, who suddenly, while I was on the mound dealing,
right? Yeah,
absentee Rick, I'm going to call him now.
Absentee Rick, I like that. Yeah. We were calling for him. We were calling him out last night as Trench burying the demons last night as Eder fouls that back. Yeah, that was very impressive, Trench. We all enjoyed watching you. Hopefully we get some games like we saw last night.
Oh, we will. I mean, that's PLW action. Good pitch by Maio right there. Kyle Edder down, strikeout.
Yeah, Maio using Edder's aggression against him there. Got him to expand the zone with pitches that are starting as a strike and then dropping out. That's Maio's MO. 12 sixes that look good and then bail out.
Here's Tanner Roundy up to bat. And like we were saying last year, his bat was really good, and he hasn't come to form quite yet. Let's see if he does it here against the Night Owls.
Foul back, and that's a pitch that he'd probably expect to handle there. And I'm not worried about guys like Tanner. I mean, he's a accomplished ball player and wiffle ball player. He'll come around. A little too early to start worrying just yet.
Good eye by Tanner right there. Takes it on the inside, brings the count to 1-2.
Maio misses inside with that 12-6. Want to give a shout out to our stream team tonight. Enduring the conditions. Not as much wind tonight. Really pretty stale out there, which is going to feel a lot better. And that's poked to the right side. That's going to be foul. Towers gives it chase, but it's out of play. Tom Gannon, our third base umpire, all over it. Love the movement.
So be young again.
Hey, man, I love umpires that move around a little bit. We had some calls last night that could have used a little bit of mobility. Here's the 2-2.
Misses barely outside. It's going to be a full count early for Brandon Maio here against Tanner Roundy.
That's off his foot back to Maio. These Vaderz got a pretty potent lineup, Trench. They hit the ball. I want to see how deep their pitching staff can go tonight, as I think they ran out of gas last week a little bit. And that's poked to center field. Good to get him going. That's going to be the left side, it looks like, from here.
Yeah, it looks like it just curved around left side. It's going to be first and second. Big spot for Gio Battistoni right now. I know his numbers aren't showing it, but this kid is a baller and explode. I think he's going to explode this series.
Yeah, another Vader that's off to a bit of a slower start, but getting the nod from Sasai in this one. Maio right at 55, misses away. Good to see him have a little speed control early.
Yeah, him like you, Gio. Lightning quick hands.
Like those purple Vader's hats, little snackbacks tonight. I think those are new. Debut of those things. To get myself one of those. Oh.
Oh, man. There's nothing you could do with that pitch, Dodos.
No. Yeah, his 12-6 is... It's one of those pitches that you can make a wiffle ball career out of.
Is he going to get there? And he does for out number 3. No damage done right there.
Weak contact forced there by Maio. Gets through it unscathed as we roll to the bottom half trench. And I'm pumped up. Yeah, like you, I was waiting for our debut together in the booth. It has finally come.
You know what I forgot because I was all pumped up after my pitching performance was, congratulations, man. You are a married man right now, Sub-Zero. Love her to death. We go way back into our wiffle ball days of playing co-ed, and I couldn't be happy for you two guys. I'm more happy for you two.
No, I appreciate that. And yeah, we met right here at Hideaway Field. So it is kind of comes full circle. It's kind of fun how that stuff works out. And I know she'll be watching tonight. So a shout out to Sabrina. And yeah, thank you, Trench. I appreciate that.
Yeah, she has the sweetest voice out there on the container when she's rooting for you. I love hearing that.
Yeah, I hear it the whole game. I play left field too while I'm not pitching. So I do get an earful.
We're going to get a good look at Billy Santiwan right here. Is it an anomaly that he's got a good start? Or is it just who this kid is?
Yeah, I get a good view of this knuckleball of his. I haven't been able to broadcast any of his games yet. So Barry Hutter, who's a very good hitter in this league, another one of the kind of the OGs. He's been around here since season 0, I like to call it.
GK. Hit it here, Jim, in the chat. When she says that, it's too cute. Barry takes a ball.
Lays off that one. Yeah, she stands by the left field foul pole, a place where I've literally never hit the ball. And then tells me to hit it over there. I've literally never hit it to the left field foul pole.
She's enticing you to go the other way there, Jim.
Oh, there it is. There's the little knuckleball, 48.
Yeah, it looks like the moon is coming at you, but it's shimmying as it's coming in.
Yeah, purpose of that pitch is to get you to load up on it and then dart at the last second when you've committed. And Hutter not fooled by that one, but Ibarra's there, and Ethan Ibarra's skills at shortstop pretty impressive. I don't think he gets enough people talking enough about his hand skills.
Yeah, I mean, is there a gold glove in this kid's future?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the gold gloves get thrown around as people are kind of automatics for it, but
I think what also happens as AJ Petrovsky flies out to Valencia right there is some of these teams that might not have that powerhouse lineups or the standings kind of get lost in the mix a little bit.
I hear you. Knuckleball to Towers. Towers in the 3-hole tonight. Towers has been extra base hit heavy in his PLW career so far, but average a little lower. Pretty typical for someone out here newer.
He's a rookie.
Right. I mean, strikeouts, laying off pitches, taking walks, those are skills that are attained out here. Santiwan makes quick work of him there.
Is this kid unhittable? Is that what we're watching right now?
Yeah, I mean, comes in with a sub-2 ERA, I believe. And
I think it's like a sub...
Yeah, it might be sub-1.
It's like .36 or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't want to go that low, but...
go as low as you could go, Jim.
My goodness.
This kid's for real. The top of the second inning is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of the PLW. Whether you are selling or buying your first home, you know you have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. Make sure you click on that QR code to link up with Leilani right there.
Yeah, nice work, Trench, as we're happy to have her a part of PLW Nation. As the viewership creeping up, 368 viewers tuning in on a Wednesday evening. What do you expect temperatures to drop? Below maybe 32, 30 degrees. Trench, you ready?
Attendance up, degrees down.
Yep, I got my hand warmers on hand, ready to go. But no wind tonight makes it a little more tolerable. Last night was brutal in your series, and so was my series on Monday night. So
on third base, my hands were rock solid, frozen. I was kind of glad to start pitching a little bit. Here's Alonzo Valencia. If I'm Joe Keither, I think I'm going to take a few steps to the right as Zoe's a little bit pull happy to the left side.
Right.
Give those guys on the left side a little bit more help.
Aggressive pitch from Maio there. Goes right after him. Good to see Joe out here with the Night Owls. A guy who Nick DiVella just loves. Does the little things for this Night Owls club. As that Alonzo didn't look too close to that 12-6.
Yeah, it's Maio does what Maio does.
Here's Santiwan 1 for 1 already. Gets under this one. Yeah, Santiwan not known for his power. Kind of shoots into that one. Last night, that ball's out of here, but...
Who is that out there? Is that DiVella?
Is that going to be...
I can't see it because of the reflection of the light in here. Looks like DiVella.
Tucker? Rookie.
Good cut by Ibarra right there. But he's going to drop in the count 0-2.
Ripped down the line by Ibarra. Petrovsky does a nice job there.
Yeah, puts a paw out there to stop a double. Good piece of hitting by Ibarra.
Yeah, and that's all you got to do. I want to remind our viewers, you're going to see a lot of defenders slapping balls, especially infielders. Not so necessarily important to catch it once it's hit the ground. More than just to stop it from going somewhere or hitting something.
Yeah, you want to stop that from putting a runner in scoring position. It's hard to get a couple of hits in a row here in the PLW sometimes.
Right, so sequencing is a thing. And putting them all together is tough. But Maio puts away Eder, and he's really using Eder's aggression against him there. Goes up to 64, gets a swing.
Maio's the real deal, man. I remember last year he was having his ups and downs, but I feel this year he's just going to be all uptick for his game.
Yeah, your mentality and your mentals is important when you have things distracting you and things going on in your personal life. You know, I mean, Friday series against the Lightning, I had to take off. You have things that are more important than wiffle ball, and I think everyone understands that. And Maio, I think, is in a good situation to have a big year.
Yeah, and there's not many things more important than wiffle ball. Yes, getting married, popping out a baby or two is understandable, but aside from that, I couldn't imagine much more.
Yeah, we have upped the ante here in our season 4. It just feels like everything's in place. You know, everything's rolling. The competition on the field's great. The commitment of the stream team's on it right there, and the players seem excited. Here's Maio. Not to mention our viewership seems excited. Our engagement's great.
I mean, the last few series that have been out there, they're so exciting. I couldn't imagine just being a fan at home, coming in and watching this for the first time.
Maio smacks that to short. Ibarra catches that on the fly.
What did come out of his pockets? Those little hand warmers?
Yeah, what's he got there? Yeah, I got hand warmers from the Vaderz, and that's who gave them to me. So I imagine...
Is that in the rule book?
Wow, he's going...
There's pine tar, there's Vaseline, and what about hand warmers?
And here's DiVella, who's dressed for the weather tonight. I think that was DiVella out there. I couldn't even tell.
Well, because he's wearing that camouflage little thing, I couldn't see him.
It looks like Ibarra's holding the hand warmers and then dropped them to catch that ball. Multitasker. Oh, whoa.
Man.
That thing's dancing. I've been hearing rumors around the league about how tough this pitch is. Got a really, really good seat on it here tonight. That thing was moving good.
The cold taking effect of DiVella.
Shout out to our umpire crew getting that right. Buck Burner, our head umpire tonight. Brad Ogden up the first base side, and Tom Gannon doing third base umpiring. Full crew here tonight.
Yeah, this is the A team coming in.
And that's shot to the left side. That's off Ibarra. Ibarra going to try to make the throw. That's a brilliant play. Oh my goodness. That's a wonderful play.
That is the top play of the year. I don't know what's going to beat that.
That is some serious range. Moving to his right and finds the panel trench. Gold Glove talk. That's one way to get your name in the hat for Gold Glove right there.
Absolutely. We were just actually talking about a play like that with Adam Couts. How far back sometimes you have to go, make the play across your body, tosses it. That was like a 35-yard throw.
My goodness, I almost gave up on that trench. I almost just, okay, here he goes. He's going to throw it over the backstop, and Beautiful play. 4-4-5. Plenty of time.
That thing was in the air for like 2 seconds as well.
Wow, these Vaderz got some skills. You know, the record doesn't show it. I think they've played above their record trench. I mean, that series lost to the Vipers. I thought they played pretty well and just couldn't come out ahead against a good team. But I imagine they'd be favored tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way. Even the Sand Vipers last night, we could have lost 2 right there. We could have been 1 and 2.
Those were the games 1 and 2, Trench, and games 3 because you threw a shutout and that was just great to watch. But games 1 and 2 were, I mean, put those away in the bank. It's wonderful entertainment.
Some instant classics as Tanner Roundy comes up to bat.
Roundy gets a piece of that back into the zone. Down 0-2 here. Maio got through the top of the order in the top of the second. Gets the bottom half in the third here.
Got a lot of people in the chat to thank for being here. One of them, the Dragon Lady, as Tanner Roundy swing and a miss for out number 2 for Brandon Maio.
Yeah, and if these Vaderz are going to swing at that 60-plus from Maio, they're in for a very long night, as Maio is going to do that all night to these guys. And he throws it, his 60. It's an effortless 60, and it's for a strike. It looks good to hit. Very difficult to take. As Battistoni chops that to the right side.
I love that each pitcher has their own unique stuff. Nobody really mimics each other at all.
It's the beautiful game, Trench. That's what makes this game so special. There's so many outcomes and situations. As Battistoni lifts that to right, he gets inside that, and that is out of here. First home run of the season for Gio Battistoni puts the Vaderz in front.
Finally, I was expecting big things out of Gio this series, and he delivers in a mammoth shot. Your balls have been over there in the Garden of Serenity. He tosses one into your little Serenity Garden, Dodos.
I love it. Welcome for visitors is that garden. As Battistoni took an inside pitch, kept his hands inside that to keep it fair, not yank it foul like he did the pitch before, and the result was the satisfying one for him. 1-0 Vaderz.
Yeah, as a pitcher, though, you kind of just shake that off. A solo shot isn't that big of a deal. Obviously, if you lost 1 or 2 to nothing, it's a big deal. But you got to rely on your offense to come back and produce some runs for your team.
Yeah, nobody minds giving up the solo shot every now and then. Going to happen with this group of talent we have out here. Zoe chops at that.
Yeah, I was kind of doing the same thing a little bit with Andrew Leday last night. Just going to see what he could do and see if I could feed off the rest of the guys. And I don't know if that's going to be the case for Maio, but sometimes you got to just throw one out there and see what they're made of.
Sure. There is merit to that strategy, letting their best player go off. And Zoe chops that. He's having a really nice at-bat here. Took a 56-mile-an-hour one on the outside pipe there. The pitch before. 1-2.
Oh.
And Valencia makes the adjustment, recognizes the 59. Very nicely done.
Yeah, I'd consider him a veteran right now in PLW. He's seen a lot of the elite pitchers. He knows the difference between 59 and 55.
And he rips that into left field. And good for Valencia having a nice at-bat there. A man that's been platooning in that 6-hole in and out. He's really trying to find a consistent career here in the PLW. And with Logan Christie out for the Vaderz with shoulder surgery, it gives him an opportunity to shine.
Yeah, you just never know who the next man up is going to be.
And Morpheus, I couldn't agree more. I think that's one of the great things about PLW is its fast-paced action. I mean, as broadcasters, it's so hard to even keep up sometimes.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat to keep everybody involved, but to go back and forth sometimes is a little difficult.
It is.
We'll recognize them as they're out there. As I see the Dragon Lady, she's woken up from her coffin sleep.
Ooh, 57, nice. And then you can hear the Vaderz talking about the hot pitch over there on the sideline. Fairly close to the booth here. I expect them to make some adjustments.
See what Brandon whips up here in the 2-2 count. And he just does what Maio does.
Yeah, a rare strikeout from Santiwan. But it's a rare pitch that he sees, that 12-6. He's got a good one, a lot of swings and misses.
Yeah, Ethan Ibarra up to bat right now after a beautiful play coming all the way from shortstop to the left side, making a humongous throw.
That was incredible. It's just every time I get up in the booth, I just see something. It just blows your mind sometimes. He grounds that back to Maio. Maio knocks it down, keeps it in front. fired into the backstop for the third out, but the Vaderz strike first in this series. Gio Battistoni with a solo home run. You're a guy, Trench. You speak highly of him.
Yeah, I've just seen him before in batting practice, and I know he's a baller. I actually played a tournament out there at one of the places here in town, and he has the stuff. He has the stuff to make it happen. One thing I want to mention is I like that Brandon Maio respectfully just throws it back into the backstop. I know you and some of the guys like to light it up and get on that radar. Sometimes I see 80, 90-mile-an-hour throws from you guys from 20 feet.
Oh, that's coming from a Sand Vipers, that's like your team. Like, I think Adam makes you guys do that. You guys are known for firing it back there, but I like to fire it in there too.
Yeah.
It was more fun when you had the celebrity heads back there. You can pick one out and, Nicolas Cage, and we fire one into him. But, no, great updates here. Here's Barry Hutter.
Oh, man, great pitch by Billy Santiwan right there.
Yeah, that one a little curveball here. Saw a different spin on that one than the knuckle. Good pitch, keeping these guys off balance. And that's flare to the right side. And Billy Santiwan fielding his position, a sliding catch. Gets underneath it, makes the first out. Vaderz showing some defensive ability here tonight so far.
You know, I tried to do that last night. Was that ball fair, Dodos, when I slid over there?
Yes.
Ah, man, it didn't feel like it was.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It just snuck underneath you.
The war chicken, for sure. Factual comment right there.
Santiwan putting away Petrovsky before we can even get to the at-bat. And Santiwan's mowing this lineup down here so far.
That's what he does. He should start a landscaping business.
Yeah. Towers doesn't like the bat. Who's going to provide that first spark for this Night Owls offense?
I remember the first few times I faced Billy, his knuckle wasn't even close to what it is today. He's been really, really crafting that pitch.
Yeah, winter whiffs. There it is. That thing's moving good. Yeah, winter wiffle ball. A lot of guys out here in the wintertime getting better. You can tell with the quality of play. As Towers takes that knuckleball, though, ripped up the middle. Get something going for the Night Owls here.
Yeah, he's got a great follow-through.
Yeah, he does. When he hits it, it goes hard. I like that. I like he swings hard every time. And sometimes he strikes out, but when contact's made, usually comes down for a hit. Man, that knuckleball moves. Trench, the thing is dancing, man.
God.
You know, when you see it on stream, it just looks like maybe there's just like a fastball coming in.
Right.
But when you're watching it live right here, it's doing like a 10-inch radius movement, right?
It's like drawing a star. I mean, that's how it's coming in.
Yeah.
Drawing the points of a star.
Oh, man. Mishmash up at 3 a.m. watching wiffle ball. Where are you from, Mishmash? That's got to be like Europe or something, right?
Yeah, 3 a.m. That's a little ahead of them. Oh, 56, a little firm there. And Santiwan was walking off the mound, thought he had that one. Full count to Mayo, 2 outs.
Yeah, a walk here for Brandon Maio would be enormous against Billy Santiwan.
Ground ball, 5-6 hole. Zoe makes the play, bobbles it, some trouble. Gets the force at second to retire the side. And Santiwan threw 3 scoreless so far, Trench.
Yeah, I think Maio wishes he didn't swing at that one. I think that was low and inside. That would have been walk number 1 against Billy, and that he's our best pitcher in PLW right now. And I can't believe I'm saying that with so much talent out there. He's one of the guys right now.
Hey, you need players to emerge. That's going to make the Vaderz a lot better. And yeah, we welcome so many great hitters emerge. You know, pitching is a little more scarce. And good to see some new arms emerging and being a force in this league. Trench, want to give our TikTok a shout out here. Tell them what they're missing over here at Twitch.
Yeah, TikTok. You got to come over to Twitch. There's multiple camera angles. You could accrue some wiffle ball points. You could have people sign wiffle balls right here in the commentating booth, and we'll send it right over to you. Come on over to Twitch.
Yeah, I always want to encourage our audience to stay engaged in the league. We have a new merch store, a lot of cool stuff in there. A lot of things you can use your wiffle points on. One of the underutilized ones, Trench, is that highlighted message. With so many viewers now, I mean, to get your message to stand out, I will read it out loud if it's highlighted. But very tough to keep up with this chat these days.
We're going to have to figure that out.
Used to be all I did in the booth was interact with the chat. It's lucky I catch a message now.
Is Gio's 1 run going to be enough in this game? Maybe I said it a little too early, that it might not be enough. But, man, the way these two guys are going,
or top of the fourth.
Yeah, it looks to be the case. As Edder, another swing and a miss. I don't think he's made contact tonight.
A little bit inside. Ball number 1. 450 viewers right now, Jim.
I love it. That's popped up. Maio not going to give that chase. Business decision there from Maio. As Edder looks to get his night going. Edder displays good power to right field, the right center especially. And Maio's throwing, I think, recognizes that. I think he's watched some tape. He's throwing him inside exclusively.
I think everybody rewatches their games, especially when you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get better. I mean, you're playing in front of a lot of people, technically. I mean, not many people here have played in front of 500 viewers a night. I mean, so you want to come out here and perform. Rolls over to that 12-6. Tucker's there, but he bounces it. A little rookie mistake there.
Yeah, it looks like when he comes up to make that throw, it's a little lackadaisical. You got to put a little bit more effort in there, and you cannot do that because then the wiffle ball gods will wake up. And Tanner, even though he's having a bad start to the season, that's the type of thing that could wake somebody up.
Yeah, I noticed he has the hands in the pockets early here. I noticed that last night with the players, blowing a lot of hands to mouth, a lot of hands in pockets. And that's fouled away by Roundy. He wanted that one. But there were a lot of errors last night in the cold weather. And maybe the cold hands has something to do with that as well.
Yeah, Tom Gannon dropping a couple balls out there that you normally don't see.
And that's ripped. Eder in front of it, but that's going to get off to the side. Good job by Barry to block that, but hit too hard off of the bat of Roundy. And the Vaderz have something going here in the fourth with Gio Battistoni to the plate.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of bad luck. Goes off his chest, out of bounds right there. It's going to be first and second as Gio up to bat one more time. And you know that solo home run is etched into Maio's brain right now.
Good pitch by Maio, 57. Adjustment made by the Vaderz in that pitch, though, taking the straight ball. The problem with taking the straight ball on Maio is that he'll sneak one at 55 every now and then and catch you off guard and get you looking. And that one at 55, that might have been the one for Battistoni to offer at.
Yeah, double nickels right on there. It's going to bring the count to 1-2. No outs here in the top of the fourth. 2 runners on for Gio, who already smacked a solo shot.
Ground ball, double play ball. And third baseman, hit third baseman. Has to know to stay home there. That's a mistake there by Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, they could have had the force out at 3 and then an easier throw to 2 for a double play.
Have to recognize that at third base to let. That's right at Maio. That third base has no reason to vacate his bag there. Could have gave Maio an easy double play third to second. And now it's first and third with 1 out. That's a mistake.
Yeah, that's just bad communication. That might be on. If you're the manager of the Night Owls, you have to communicate that, especially to a new rookie third baseman. All he had to do was go to 3, shoot it back to 2. It'd have been a double play, and you only have a runner on first.
Yeah, a type of double play that really benefits the defense there. It's an easy double play. Have to talk about that pre-pitch. Vacates, gets sucked into the action. Got to be disciplined there at third. That ball he had never a chance to field that.
Look at Kyle Edder. It looks like he's done some track and field. He's ready to go off like Usain Bolt.
Right. Oh, Trent, love having you up here.
Trevor,
I missed you up here in the booth, man.
You got to go to Kyle on the third base side for a split second. Look at this kid.
Foul back by Alonzo. He's found himself up in a big spot. First and third, 1 out. Let's see how the Night Owls handle this double play strategy. Yeah, look at this. See if he does it. Oh, yeah. He's begging for a fly ball. And that's hit back to the Maio. He catches that in the air for the putout.
Not an easy play to make right there. A lot of RPM spinning around that could have easily went off his hand and then out of bounds.
Yeah, good point, Trenches. Billy Santiwan now comes up. See if he can cash these in. Insurance runs always appreciated by the offense.
And now they're starting to finally, you could hear Barry Hutter saying to Josh Towers, go to your right just a tiny bit, as Billy likes to send it right up the middle.
12-6 chopped easy ground ball to Maio. And I even saw on that one the third baseman really charging toward the ball. We got to tell Tucker there to stay at third base. And that ball at third base will never have a chance at.
No damage done right there as the Night Owls find themselves just chasing an Uno number. And I think they're going to try to come up and capitalize on getting those guys out with runners on the corner, even with the bad double play ball there.
Yeah, nice job by Brandon getting weak contact with runners in scoring position. His strand rate goes up as he strands a pair there, and let's see if this offense can get rolling. Santiwan has steamrolled these guys so far.
Yeah, I expect Nick DiVella to have a little bit of a better eye this at bat. Let's see if he could turn on one. And like I said, he's been a little bit sneaky this year. He's getting his hits in here and there.
There's Santiwan delivers. Knuckleball, that's flared into center. Ibarra going back, drops those hand warmers and makes the play. That's great. He's wearing hand warmers.
Yeah, you could see he accelerates when he drops those weights.
Yeah. A true multitasker there. That's what you want at shortstop.
Here's Baker.
Yeah, Kyle Baker, excuse me. I said Tucker. It's Josh Tucker. They have Josh Tucker, Kyle Baker. Apologies. But Baker shoots that a short. Ibarra, busy man there
Watch
today.
for airmail. Easy.
No.
He's good. He is good. Sometimes when that clock is racing up, you can make a mental mistake and airmail it there. But he just, like Justin Hicks, just on a beam, on a laser, on a string.
Yeah, I don't think he gets his due of how good he is over there. Swinging a miss from Hutter on that knuckleball. But yeah, so many shortstops like Couts, Caps, guys that get an automatic bid for a gold glove. Hang on a minute. Ibarra can play over there. Hutter stays alive, fouls that off, but 2 quick outs for Santiwan. And
he's the real deal.
It's kind of nice to see a low-scoring game here in Game 1. Moving along.
I mean, I think he has like 16 innings under his belt his last 3 games, and how many runs has he given up?
Yeah, I mean, if his ERA is where you guys say it is, it's going to be only 1 run.
Yeah, 1 or 2 runs
1 or
max.
2, man.
I'm sure Adam Tannick at home having his little vegetable noodle soup could probably bring up some stat for us.
Also want to wish last night's partner, GK, Greg Kelly. Hope he's feeling okay at home there.
Oh, yeah, he still came out, though. He gave it his all. He was looking all sorts of... You guys look sharp when you guys are doing it. I look like somebody you picked up off the street.
It's kind of a theme this year with the coats for me.
I love it.
1, it keeps me warm, and 2, I get to dust off all my coats as Hutter gets the Night Owls going with 2 outs.
I got to be honest. I don't even own a coat like that.
It gets cold enough.
I have to look into it.
Oh, Petrovsky misses that away. Good time for Petrovsky to get his power going. He's got 3 home runs on the season coming in.
It's going to be hard to get to. Tanner Roundy with those long legs swoops in to make the out as the Vaderz put another donut on the Night Owls.
Yeah, this Vaderz defense is fast. They got a ton of range out there. A bunch of athletes on this team. The Vaderz, I think, are not going to be under 500 for too long.
Yeah, everybody, probably other than me, has played some kind of college ball, some athleticism in their blood. All these guys are skilled players.
Right. And it's becoming a more and more saturated talent pool. Not saturated, but an elevated talent pool. I mean, it's just like every year. I mean, that's the Warbirds. We feel like we get better and better and add players, but then so do the other teams.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like, how fast can you ascend is really the question.
And if you're one of those teams that is kind of like on the stagnant, ride where you're not trying to improve your team, you just think your team has what it takes, and other teams are adding pieces, adding free agent chips, you're going to find yourself down there in the standings and possibly fending off in relegation tournaments.
Yeah, no doubt. As Ethan Ibarra looking to provide some offense to his stellar defense. That one goes off his back.
Dragon Lady kills me. What time is it? It's happy hour time. That's why she's all lively.
There we go. Yeah, 6:40.
Hump day, right. Happy hour. She's also sorts of fired up.
As Ibarra goes up 3-0 here. No walks to be said in this game. You guys had a wild game with walks last night. 7 pitching changes or something.
Oh, man. I was really disappointed in myself. Ethan Ibarra goes top shelf on the pine tree.
Oh, no doubter from Ibarra, and it's a pair of solo home runs for the Vaderz. 2 big solo home runs. That one way out of here.
Dang.
That guy's a player.
ROI? I know I'm talking James Perez a lot, but this Ethan Ibarra, if he didn't qualify for rookie last year, because I don't know if he played in enough games, that's another thing I'll have to talk to Tanik about.
Right.
He might be in the running for that.
Yeah, might be in the running for the Vaderz best player this year as well. That thing was smoked.
Jeez.
Here's Kyle Edder. Edder swing and a miss. Pulling his head on that one. Goodness gracious, that ball was tattooed.
That pine tree, man, is losing some pine cones every time these guys get up.
Did you see the one Bird hit on Monday night? Oh, my goodness. Gassed of a 64 as Edder just hasn't made that adjustment on Maio tonight, and Maio knows it.
Yeah, that's veteran pitching feasting on some of these rookie guys or first or second year players that just haven't made it. Haven't made the adjustment yet as Tanner swings and missed right there.
Nice job by Maio, elevating, getting a chase. Probably going to go back to that. Oh, and then takes the little change up there, has him out in front. And the Vaderz got 2 outs now with Battistoni at the plate.
I mean, a great pitching performance other than those couple solo shots that Maio's given up.
No, 2 runs out here in 5 innings is nothing to sneeze at. He's going to feel great about it. Oh, maybe a little knuckleball there from Maio. That thing had some dance to it.
Is that the new thing?
Yeah,
now?
everyone
I gotta
seems
go on
to be.
YouTube.
All these right-handed pitchers are trying to add a pitch with that
I
knuckleball.
don't like this at all.
Well, it's kind of like business 101. You emulate success. Trench guys are having success with it. They see Santiwan. It's all on video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some homework. These guys are getting really good.
Ground ball to short. Tucker's got it.
Towers.
Excuse me. All over the place with names tonight, but he makes the play into the strike zone. Saw a highlighted message in the chat, Trench, asking about NFTs. I want you to talk about how our viewership can be more involved in the PLW via our website. Where to go? I know NFTs aren't your favorite.
Go to Premier League Wiffle, and you'll see a little tab down there that says NFTs. Why don't you go check that out? I think in the chat, if you do ! NFT, it'll bring you right to the link.
Yeah, Tanik's on it for us. But also you can check out our standings and stats on the website, PremierLeagueWiffle.com, and Streamlabs is all over that for us. But a great way to get interacted, see who's balling out there, who's struggling. You do your own little series preview before the game starts. Kind of can create your own storylines at home. That's what I do as a broadcaster.
Yeah.
Kind of when I'm getting ready to get into the booth, and it makes it all the more fun. Come get involved with us here at the PLW.
Look at that emblem, like a flag flying in the wind as Billy throws another knuckle. And I just want to talk about the real reason that Tanik didn't show up tonight. I'll talk about it after Josh's Towers at bat.
Oh, Santiwan coming in hot to Towers at 71.
Ooh.
1 and 2. It looks like he fouled that off.
Yeah, that was a tip.
Yeah.
I definitely heard that.
It's tipped into the zone. Santiwan looking around thinking he has the strikeout. Definitely a tip there by Towers. And that's grounded to first base. Battistoni floated that one. That was close.
Yeah, last night we're trying to expand our brand into other establishments, and Tanik might have had himself a round or 2 extra of hot cocos and was struggling out of the gates today. And old Trenchy said, "Don't worry about it, big boy. I'll get in the booth and freeze my tail off as you got your little hand warmers."
The old sick calling. Yeah.
He's going to hear it from me after the broadcast for sure.
Love that. Well, Trench, thanks. Gives a nice new pairing for some of our new viewers. But me and Trench have been doing this together for a long time now.
Yeah, it might have cost me my relationship, but I'm here. I'm doing it.
I'm in the same boat, Trench.
Oh, man.
We're trying to build something special here, Dodo.
Sometimes I'm out here 4 or 5 days a week. I hear it too, man. Nick DiVella. 2 quick outs again for Santiwan. He is dealing.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Ground ball up the middle, but this defensive bunch on the Vaderz is good. Battistoni deals with it. Quick inning again, and we are blowing through this first game.
Let me ask you a question. I was talking in the chat, one of our chats the other day, and I was like, who's the oldest team? I think it's the Legends and the Sand Vipers. Are the Vaderz the youngest team out there?
I'm going to go on a flyer and say yes. I don't know exactly how old these guys are, but...
I mean, I don't have anybody over 30 on that squad.
Yeah, I don't know. No way. That's definitely an advantage. That's an advantage.
A little faster. Their eyes see the ball a little better.
Absolutely.
They recover from hot cocoa bad nights a little quicker.
Much quicker. That's a huge difference there.
I mean, our big fella can't even get out of bed right now.
Yeah, I've been there. I get like that too.
And it looks like we have Jason Walker, a new addition for the Night Owls, the only human in PLW history to throw a perfect game, and that's not easy to do out here at Hideaway Field.
I see that get asked in the chat all the time. Who's anybody ever thrown a perfect game, whatnot? And it's this man right here, a shrewd pickup by the Night Owls who needed pitching. Last year in the fall season, how many games did you just see Petrovsky have to come in and just walk? I mean, the Sand Vipers, when you played them, you walked them to death.
Yeah.
And I think this pickup will give them a little more depth in their bullpen.
Yeah, when Jason Walker is on, he could be very, very devastating. The only Achilles heel of his pitching is if he hangs that little slurve a little too long,
right,
you could turn on it.
Absolutely. It's true with many pitches, but he's a guy that throws primarily a slider and slurve. I like him in a bullpen role, Trench, to where he's not facing the lineup 2 or 3 times. Effective one time around.
Yeah, and I think they just want to save Maio here an inning or two as Valencia goes deep right center to Nick DiVella. Is that the move that they're playing right here? They're saying, hey, Walk, come in, get an inning, save it for Maio if they need him later in the series.
Absolutely. Maio with a strong start, 5 runs, 2 innings. Has 4 innings remaining out of the 9 he's allotted for the series. And that's popped up by Santiwan. That probably would have hit us right in the head, Trench, if that overhead roof wasn't there.
You have to remember Walker. He's still recovering from a devastating injury car accident he had like a few years ago.
Yep.
And he's getting a little bit more movement out of his body.
Yeah, Tanik was mentioning that last, in week 1 on Wednesday when we covered the Night Owls. So good for him.
Well, that's right. Tanik pitched a no-hitter last night.
Tanik did? Oh, right. Yeah, wonderful.
Maybe he's a little fatigued from his long outing. Not that we didn't need him.
That was a really strange game, Trench, because Will Morris went and did the same thing on the back end. I mean, so both pitchers walked out, and then I kind of knew we were in for a pretty a long second game there right when that happened.
Yeah, no disrespect to Will Morris, but Morris is not a Tanik. I'm expecting Tanik to get out of the first couple batters.
Right. That's another rookie of the year to watch out for is Will Morris. It's a good player right there. Here's Ibarra. Ooh, takes that slider into the zone.
Oh, I was beside myself. I jammed him pretty good, and he got like a little that flare ball that I was diving for. He got on base with that. As Ethan Ibarra sent a wiffle ball into the stratosphere last time. Swing and a miss, and you see vintage Jason Walker slurve right there. Very reminiscent of the Billy on the Legend.
Love DiVella giving the top of this Vaderz order a different look here. Here's Kyle Edder here, who has had a little tough start in game 1, but maybe a different look is what he needs. Good pitch by Walker. Walker, a former Sand Viper, former Lightning member, now finding a home here in the Night Owls. It's funny, we already have a few players in the league who has multiple teams on their baseball card. That is dipped in there at 49.
Gannon over there on the left side kills me every time he does that.
Love an active umpire. Gannon putting on a show over there at third baseline.
You know what? Walker's kind of eyeballing that a little, saying, "Hey, man, you gotta get out of there."
He's gonna call it on him. Is he gonna call it on him?
And Edder's saying, "Let's run it back. Let's run it back." I don't know. I'm not an ump.
Is Edder's pretty adamant about running it back? It's really Walker's call here, and he's going to say take the walk. I thought Walker had a case just watching the pitch, as I don't think a lot of our viewers know that rule, Trench. And Gannon's going to step in and make a call.
I like that call. I don't know if you're going to be able to persuade me. I have to see the instant replay again, but I know Jason Walker's slurve has a lot of movement.
Right. With the strike zone being so far back, a hitter cannot put that front shoulder in like that. You have to let the ball travel. And good to see. There goes through for a double. That's going to score a run. Is Tom going to call that a dirty or clean?
I don't know if
He says it's a dirty double.
Oh, it prevents the runner from scoring right there as AJ.
Wait, no.
Tom Gannon, does he have a call on the left side? I guess not. Looks like Billy's going to come in to score to give the Vaderz the 3-run lead.
I saw Tom making a gesture with his hand like it was hit something, but the call must have been changed, and it's a RBI double. And that might score another one. That's in the gap.
No.
Edder will score from second. Single by Tanner Roundy, and this thing's getting blown open a bit.
When he comes around, there's his track star speed. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's about right. Track star speed. As Ibarra made a good decision not taking that walk.
Oh, and there it is. Tanik saying Ibarra played 15 games last season. I think that made him eligible. He'd be a second-year guy then, right?
Yeah. Well, good, because he'd be running away with this Rookie of the Year the way he's playing. As Battistoni chops that into the ground. And it's 4-0 Vaderz all of a sudden, adding insurance in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I think the Night Owls came in week 1 with the only sweep of the week. Mm-hmm. And since then, mediocre at best.
Yeah, ran into the Bombers, and Bombers took 2 or 3 from them and really put some runs on the board. And not getting off to the greatest of starts tonight offensively as the Vaderz tack on 2 more to make it 4-0, heading into the bottom of the 6th in the game that is cruised by, Trench.
It looks like Billy's just going to get on the mound, do what he does, and pitch a complete game shutout.
Why not? Put him on for 6 and then maybe close him out for 3 in another game. But yeah.
That'd be his 3rd complete game shutout in a row. I know he came in for a relief start and I believe gave up a run or 2, but isn't his 3 last starts, check if I'm wrong, Tanik, but I think there are 3 complete game shutouts.
That's impressive. I mean, that's worth Player of the Week consideration just on that, how hard it is to throw a complete game shutout. Do 3 in a row. That is impressive.
Right. Dodos, we've never really gave that into consideration till something like this has happened.
Hey, I mean, pitching is big, and if you can be a dual-way player, pitching and hitting, that's how you get stuff like that.
I mean, you can't ignore the fact that this guy is not letting runs come across home plate.
If you're not going to be a run producer, then you need to be a run reducer. If you're both, then any team's going to want you on their team. As he puts away another poor Night Owl hitter there.
And there's talk that Billy's brother, Kenny, is as good, if not better, than Billy. But how much better can you get?
I believe it. And Hutter waves at that knuckleball. I mean, he's basically doing it with one pitch.
I'm typing in YouTube right now, how to hit a knuckleball.
And that 57 there is Santiwan throws a firm knuckleball. That thing's over 55 quite often.
Woo! 56. And Warchicken saying, Jim, you might be Player of the Week once again.
I'm not so sure about that.
I don't know. You had a monster. Why not Leday, though?
Yeah, Leday was good.
What do you get, 15 hits last series? God.
Yeah, the pitching comes into play with all that good stuff. And same with Rookie of the Year and those kind of conversations. It's going to be the guy that pitches better.
So off. Let's see if Ibarra's got another one. He took a little bit extra time there.
Wow.
And gets it. And he's playing deep over there after the contact.
And that's why I like a guy like Will Morris, who's going to give a lot of innings on the mound for the Cajuns and with the bat. He's a great Rookie of the Year candidate.
And the Vaderz are just 1 out away from taking care of business.
Yeah, this is a ball game that feels like a much larger deficit than 4. This feels like a 10-0 game with the way Santiwan's pitching. And a good pitcher will make games feel like that. And that's how you know a guy's being dominant out there. I mean, for the Night Owls to score 4 right now, I mean, that feels like a tall task where I may not have said that last night.
Counts 2-2. Let's see if Billy could do it. And this is going to do it as Billy handles his own light work. And the Vaderz, in quick succession of the Night Owls, take game number 1. And PLW Nation, the Vaderz are on notice right now behind the arm of Billy Santiwan.
The Vaderz moved to 3-4 with the victory entrenched. That just seemed like a walk in the park for Billy there. Almost laborious 6 innings. I mean, I don't know what that feels like, but it must feel pretty darn good. I don't even think he was in trouble once. I don't think a runner was in scoring position in that entire game. I mean, truly dominant effort by Santiwan, and not having to go to that bullpen of the Vaderz, which is probably one of the question marks of this team.
Yeah,
so
let me ask you this: are the 3? Because you said they're 3-4 now.
3-4, yes.
Are the three wins are from Billy then?
Yeah,
those are his wins.
He's 3 shutouts. Yeah,
one man show
right
now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Jim. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and you still have Tanner Roundy, the lefty, who just hasn't gotten out of the gates slow. So I do expect some progression from him as the season goes on. He got his bat going there in that game. He was coming into the game hitting under 200. He's a much better hitter than that. So I expect Tanner Roundy, who's probably going to start game 2 here, to have a big performance. And if the Night Owls don't get the bats going, they could be in for a very, very long evening.
Yeah, speaking of big performances, they're going to need one out of former Major League pitcher Josh Towers. Looks like he's going to be on the bump for game number 2.
Yeah, Towers coming in with I think a 2.3 ERA, if I was right checking earlier. He's been effective. He's going to throw a lot of sliders, and it's going to be location and height for Towers. Not going to throw a bunch of moving, crazy balls all over the place, but going to locate well, keep the ball down. And a really good game 2 matchup here. Let's take a second for TikTok here. What's up, TikTok fam? You always appreciate you tuning in at TikTok, but you guys are in the wrong spot. Here's what you do.
Yeah, you go over to Twitch.
You go over to Twitch. It's an easy call. It's right there on the screen.
I mean, that's why we put it there. Twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle, or is it /? I think GK. How do you know
it's
the
front
difference?
slash. Backslash goes front to back. I don't know.
Anyhow,
yeah.
Get over to Twitch.
I'm not the right
We got
guy.
all sorts of good stuff over here. One of them being lots of camera angles, and you can hang out with us here in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Full stream team here over on Twitch. I want to say a shout out to those guys right now down in our production booth below us. Have 2 guys out there giving you different camera angles, playing piano, updating the graphics. Ethan Weiner, who played with you guys last night, filling in, doing a great job.
Oh, GK immediately comes on. I think it was in the middle of dinner, and he probably saw that he probably has it on low volume. I probably have a message coming in right now on my phone. That's why you always see me checking my phone. It's either from Tanik, it's GK, it could be anybody.
Right. Telling us broadcasters to step our game up or bring up a certain thing.
You're nasty, man. Billy just went like this with his knuckleball.
Yeah, it looked like he was throwing one pitch out there, and the Night Owls just a pretty tame effort offensively from some of the teams that we've seen the last few nights. That was probably the tamest offensive performance we've seen in probably a couple weeks. So that's going to put a little pressure on these guys to get going here in game 2.
Yeah, I want to kind of recap on what you were talking about, the stream team.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only the people that we see, me, you, there's people down in the dungeon. There's like 10 of us here.
Yep.
Three umps, iPad guy, Skycam, commentators. But just all the people at home, like GKs and Taniks on doing, so you could see the stats and everything. Everybody's just locked in here.
Right.
The production team is second to none. Big shout out to them. If you're in the chat right now, give a thumbs up or some kind of firework or something and let them know you appreciate all their hard work.
Absolutely. You could have said it better, Trench. It's really the PLW community out here that we're just so lucky to have. I've made a lot of good friends out here.
You met
my wife out here.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's just such a great thing to be a part of. I play golf with a lot of these guys on the weekends and things like that, and obviously your teammates you get really close to as well. So, thanks Adam Tanik and yourself as well, and others for getting this thing going. And so proud of what it's grown to, and it will continue to grow.
Yeah. No, I was listening to the game last night, and you said some of the founders and stuff. And you're right there, Dodos. You're one of the key elements to everything here. Mm-hmm. You're just a fixture in the PLW Nation and here at Hideaway Field.
And here we go, game 2 getting underway. Josh Towers, first pitch swinging is Santiwan. Barry Hutter's going to throw that into the ground. It's an early defensive error from the Night Owls, not what they're hoping for after a lackluster performance in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... you're scared of the wind. You're deep in that alley over there. You don't want to airmail it and give them two, so you kind of try to throw it as hard as you can to keep it on a bead, but it goes right into the turf. That's Ethan Ibarra. This might go all the way over the fence.
Wow, Ethan Ibarra getting inside that, driving that to right center. Might have to close our wagers here.
Two pitches, two runs.
Pitches up 2-0, and they mean business tonight. These boys are out here playing. Looking to send a message to PLW that we are the real deal. This team ended the fall season on an incredible hot streak.
Yeah.
To get into the playoffs, and they're looking to carry that right over.
As Kyle Edder up to bat. Remember, he took one off the shoulder. They repitched. It turned into I think, a 2-run double.
And as we're getting all emotional in our community here, Trench, we have a bunch of degenerates in the chat looking for their wiffle points. We'll spend some more time on that as well. Apologize.
Us being a couple of them.
Yeah, exactly.
As I always forget to bet my wiffle ball points every time I commentate.
Yeah, and if downstairs, if you can guys drop that prediction menu for us so we can see all that good stuff. As Towers misses low, 2-2. Man, what a way to start game 2. 2 pitches, down 2 runs. And now the pressure adds on for the Night Owls.
Yeah, I talked to Sasai, the manager-owner of the Vaderz, earlier today, and he was all fired up to have his squad. And remember, they're doing this without Nate Stepna as well.
Yeah, good call. On a mission tonight. Nate Stepna pick up from the former Stoneman. Now Cajuns. Yeah, and that's going to be a big deal in the bullpen for the Vaderz. So good for them to get going on offense early, because let's see if the pitching can hold up. Rip to third base. Oh wow. Man. That's Brandon Maio showing some great hands. That's a great play.
Oh, that was one of the better plays I've seen in a minute from a third baseman. Just snatch that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to play it like that. I mean, you can just knock it down and be kind of a catcher out there at third base, but right into the palms of Brandon Maio, fires it for the first out. As these Vaderz just early here are looking like they're taking some big swings off of Towers. These guys aren't messing around. Big cuts, and that was one of them by Tanner Roundy.
One player that the Night Owls wish was in town right now is Randy Dalbey.
Supposed to be on the Night Owls private jet coming out here.
It got snowed in.
I mean, they have booked flights for Dalbey all season.
I think what's going to have to happen, and I love Josh Towers, and he's going to be an accomplished pitcher, but he's relying a little bit too much on that slider, and I think people are going to turn on it and produce a lot of runs.
And remember, he has film out there. That's a big thing. You got to change stuff up out here. I think that's going to be the new, as Battistoni flares that to third, that's going to be the new kind of development you see in the PLW. It's just a big chess match with our Twitch streams and everybody going back and watching them. You can strategize about that a little bit as a pitcher, and show something new. I mean, me being a broadcaster, all my secrets are right out in the open, but I'm planning on developing a screwball. I mean, I don't think most of the league knows I have that. That's how you constantly having to be getting better out here and changing it up.
Yeah, if there's one pitch that I wish that I want to be working on, and I want to talk to Adam Couts a little bit, is that kind of, because I come from the almost a sidearm slot, and he throws that. Would that be? Is that considered a screwball that he throws, or what is that? How Couts comes from low and it kind of comes around.
Yeah, he's more of one of the unique pitchers because he comes submarine. I just call that kind of a tailing two-seam fastball almost, but it has the same kind of effect as a screwball. But,
it works.
But you more expect it with that release.
Yeah.
With that release he has, I expect it to move that way. But with the over-the-top release, having a pitch that can move both ways is a little more deceptive.
Yeah, and you know who's really good at that? Tanner Roundy. Very, very good screwball. He could bring you to your knee on a swing and a miss, but he hasn't been able to control it yet so far. He's been walking out quite early. I know the Vaderz need him right here as they face Barry Hutter.
And there's a good slider there, 49 into the zone. Yeah, you're right. Walks have been the issue with Roundy. Not like he's giving up a ton of runs. Just can't stay in the game with that 2-walk rule we have.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he's going to figure it out real fast. And there's that screwball that he's turfing it a little bit too much. And last year he wasn't doing that as much.
Slider down there, 2-2, and I like his screwball. His more of a 12-6 screwball than a, has multiple planes, goes from, kind of drops off the table and goes away from the righty. And there it is, and got the swing out of Hutter. Nasty pitch there.
Oh, man, he does that quite a bit, and that was ball 3 there, but it looks like it's going to hit the pan. It doesn't. Swing and a miss as Nick DiVella is going to have to face Tanner right here.
DiVella moving himself up in the lineup here. He's going to have to find some offense, and he's going to rely on him to do it.
I like it.
Going to take some matters into his own hands.
As Tanner finds himself down in the count once again. I think what Tanner has to do is he just has to relax up there. I feel like he's a little bit jumpy because he feels like he's putting too much pressure on himself.
Sure. I mean, understandable. He's on a stage. It's a stage out there. It gets lonely on that pitching mound sometimes, man.
I know.
I mean, you can feel the pressure on you. I mean, 467 people on Twitch. That camera's on you. I mean, you are the star of the show out there on the mound, and there's no doubt there is a little bit of pressure. So.
Yeah, not only that, the thousands and thousands of people on TikTok that watch, as well as Josh Towers is going to have to face Tanner Roundy's curveball that goes into the turf, and you definitely don't want to walk out right here if you're Tanner Roundy.
Yeah, and that's disappointing. I mean, he had such a nice first hitter getting Hutter out and then goes right back with 4 balls, and that's kind of been the problem this season with Tanner.
Oof, got to be careful of a cookie against Josh Towers, as he'll put that in your garden of serenity real fast.
2-1 count with a runner on base. Be looking to hit there. Takes for a strike. And then swings at the pitch that's out of the zone. It's a little bit of an approach adjustment I'd like to see Towers make. Be ready to hit in that 2-1 count. You don't get many cookies anymore, but that's a time when you might get one, especially coming off a 4-pitch walk.
Yes.
He's trying to find the zone.
Ethan Ibarra better be ready for Kyle Baker as he takes strike number 2 on that left side. Kyle likes to slap it out there.
Right, but with the 1 strike, rule we have, count starting 0-1, taking that first pitch strike is just such a fast way to kill an at bat, and that's back-to-back hitters for the Night Owls that do that. Find yourself in a hole early. Oh, that's a good pitch.
Barely misses inside for ball number 1.
Yeah, most of Kyle Baker's damage has been to that left side, and you see the adjustment. 2 fielders over there on the lefty. A lot of real estate up the middle and to the right side trench. I wish they'd play this defense on me. I would never get out.
Yeah, but do you get out anyway? Great pitch by Roundy. 51 coming in, sauces him up, froze him. We're going to go into the top of the second.
Yeah, the Night Owls there just not being very aggressive at the plate, taking a lot of pitches into the pan. That's not going to erase a 2-run deficit anytime soon as they leave DiVella on base. And Towers is going to have to keep this powerful Vaderz lineup at bay. They're taking some pretty good swings.
Yeah, I expect a couple more runs, if not a few, out of the Vaderz this game, unless Josh Towers could really find what he's looking for on the mound. And he has to step up. He really does. He can't give up any more runs against this Vaderz squad.
Yeah, I just don't see the Night Owls being in a slugfest with these Vaderz right now. And if the Vaderz can turn it into that kind of game, it could get ugly very quick and a lot of pressure heading into Game 3. But only the top of the second here. Plenty of ball game. We've seen on Monday night and Tuesday night, 9-1 deficits almost get erased in both those series. So a game is never over out here.
Oh.
Zoe takes a 52-mile-an-hour slider into the zone. If the count started 0-0, I wouldn't mind taking the first pitch. But out here, we start 0-1. That's an action pitch. That's to drive the action. 12-6. Hutter.
Yeah, he took a little bit off that one, made sure he made the throw.
May have been bailed out by the strike zone still there. Trenches, most shortstops don't aim for that.
Yeah. We're going for the backstop, middle to higher part of it, in fear that we might turf it, as Billy Santiwan's going to face Towers right now with 1 out in the top of the second, as a little bit of gusts starting to come in here in Hideaway Field, and that could pose a problem as he's going to get to the wall. No.
That ball holds up on the turf. A single for Billy Santiwan. You'll hear that a lot this season. I mean, the Santiwan against the Vipers last week, you guys played every defense you could on him, and the kid just pokes singles all over the field. Finds holes up the middle, the other way, and to the left side. He can go anywhere. And here's Ibarra with a runner on base.
Ooh, I think this is a little bit more advantage Ibarra with that little curved slider that he has. That's going to be right in Ibarra's wheelhouse.
Yeah, and he's picking the speed up. Went 58 with that first one and goes 62 there. Let's see if he slows it down with that 12.6 we saw to Zoe.
And I barely just got a glimpse up top in the chat. We got White Boy Rick calling for what he wants to happen as Ibarra goes there to the left side. AJ Petrovsky could not get that, and that's just a long single. I'm very aware of White Boy Rick in the chat.
I haven't been watching. What's he saying, Trench?
Little upset that he couldn't make the game last night.
Ah, man, I know. So convenient, isn't it?
You know what, though? I think he's going to watch it on YouTube.
That's right. Ooh, good call, Trench.
That's what I think. And he doesn't want to admit it. He just doesn't want to admit that he could probably be my number one fan.
Right.
But he's going the other way to make people think that he's not.
I think you gained a lot of fans last night, Trench.
I hope so. Here's Kyle Edder.
As that's down from Towers, 3-1. Runners at first and second, one out. A threatening situation here. And you can't just go
gone.
cookie. That's way out of here from Edder, and this game has been blown wide open, 5-0 Vaderz. And Towers is going to learn that this league is no longer a league you can just throw 3-1 pitches right there.
Yeah, he has to understand that these guys are all ballers. You have to go after him. You got to go after him.
Wow, and these Vaderz flexing their muscles tonight. They look good. These guys look good. They look the part tonight, and these guys are putting on a show. That ball way out of here, hit on a rope. Here's Tanner Roundy, no breaks in the lineup.
Immediately 5-0 as that's gone.
It's not gone.
It's
Whoa.
not. What happened with that ball, Dodos?
If I'm looking at the palm trees in right field correctly, Trench, we might be getting a little gust again from foul pole to foul pole like we had.
I thought that was gone off the bat, and it came back.
Yeah, it did come back there. Woo. Good swing by Tanner Roundy. And here's Gio Battistoni. Got the home run party started in game one. Let's see if he can get it going here in game two.
And there's a lot of pressure on. I don't care if you came from Major League Baseball or you invented a wiffle ball. There's a lot of pressure out here when there's things on the line.
Trench, you have an emote. You have a bench Trench emote.
What is that?
Look at that.
Are you kidding
It's incredible.
me?
Trench, I am jealous. It's like kind of cool to have a couple haters, 12-6 from Towers. That's floated into left. That's out of reach. Petrovsky can't get there, and that's down for Battistoni.
They are really, really working that slider right now.
That's when you know you've made it, Trench, is when you have people that love you and people that hate you. Yeah. That's a perfect place to be. That's must-see TV.
Yeah, I'm in commentator stasis. Alonzo Valencia, one of my favorite buds out there, taking a hack at Josh Towers right now. And Josh just needs to settle down. He knows he has the stuff. He's just got to find it.
And that's grounded to third, foul. And the Night Owl's got to find some offense. As we were talking about that between innings, how this thing could get ugly. I don't see the Vaderz slowing down at all, no matter who you put on the mound. And that's poke that into center, and that's down. DiVella can't get there. A single that's on the right side. That did kind of tail.
Yeah.
And love seeing Tom Gannon, our umpire, out there. With no base runners, that is how you umpire. You got to get out there and see. As we had a call last night in your game on a bouncing ball to the wall, hit by Casey Nielsen, that if an umpire can get out there. And Santiwan shoots that past Maio to the wall. That's going to clear the bases. Trench, this thing's getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think he's just relying on that one pitch, and I don't know if that is a translation that's coming from baseball to wiffle ball that you might be, but here in wiffle ball you got to have at least 3 pitches to work a batter. Otherwise, this is the type of performance offensively that teams could have.
Yeah, and a lot of guys that do throw primarily sliders, they have multiple variations of that slider, like yourself, like Walker. Guys that are throwing multiple kinds of sliders, so then maybe that's something that Towers can look into as well.
Just a rook out here, and that is going to take a trip as DiVella could not get there, and that's going to score another run. And I think what happens is, and this isn't to say Towers isn't going to become a phenomenal pitcher, but these guys are used to big-time movement. You know, 6 or 7 inches isn't a big deal as much anymore, rather than some of these movements that, like, you have 3 feet we're talking, you know?
Yeah, guys can move the ball left to right, 1 foot at a time out here. As this middle of the Vaderz order looks very impressive. Every swing of the bat is producing a run.
And DiVella's got to come in and talk to Josh Towers and say something to settle him down, as you don't want to demoralize one of your top. Remember, he's the number 1 draft pick coming into season number 4. As Kyle Edder is super, super pumped up. And Towers is saying, there's no way you're taking me out of this game. I'm going to finish these guys off right now.
Man, yeah, but we have a 10-run rule. It's after 3 this season. So, man, if you get to 15, this game's over. And it's 10 after 3. Oh, as we have a little bit of back and forth here.
I like it. Little John.
Yeah, as the Vaderz are putting it to him. As Roundy holds up there, gets ahead in the count again. There's just not a lot of breaks in this Vaderz order at the moment. 2-0 as DiVella's leaving Towers in. Ground ball short. Off. Nice play by Barry Hutter, but cannot corral it. And it's been a really frustrating inning on defense for the Night Owls. Seems like every ball is just right out of their reach. As Maio slow getting up over there on the fence. But, I mean, how many balls have dropped in the outfield just out of maybe a step out of the reach of some of the outfielders, just out of the reach of Barry Hutter there. These guys are finding green grass out there.
Josh Towers has to get this out right now to give his team any kind of shot. And remember, it was 9-1 Vipers over the Cajuns, and all of a sudden it was a close game. So every game, anything could happen. But the way the Vaderz are looking, this should be an easy play as long as he doesn't turf it. And that will be out number 3. But Towers got rocked a little bit right there. And let's see if he could help out his own cause when he comes up to bat.
Yeah, going to happen to the best of them in this league. I mean, guys are going to get hit, and you got to just come back. It happens out here, especially with the conditions tonight. I mean, I think up a little higher than Tier 1, up into Tier 2, I do think there is a little bit of a breeze up there, and the balls are flying out tonight. And these Vaderz are smashing it. I mean, they're hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, they're hitting it very, very hard. I think what the Night Owls have to do right here, remember, it's a long game. Get a run, get a couple runs, get a couple. I'm gonna need a goalie.
I mean, we've got those mics are gone now. Our mics protected us before. Now we gotta.
I don't know if the Vegas Knights need a goalie. I'm shimmying up here a little bit. What's going on? But it's going to have to start with AJ right here. You don't have to go for a 9-run swing. Just start tacking away, hit after hit, get some runs in, make it 9-3, make it 9-5, make it 10-7, and all of a sudden it's a game. We've seen it happen before.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Long season out here. Only week 3 of 18 of our season 4 spring season. So plenty of season to go. Things like this are going to happen.
And there's Evan Shields. Yeah, Towers 2-0 coming into the game with only a 2.37 ERA. So it's not like he doesn't have good stuff as Roundy misses with a screwball right there. It's just, the Vaderz just saw him real well that inning.
Sure. Yeah, and I think the more concerning thing, giving up the runs is one thing, but the at-bats tonight from the Night Owls haven't been at the level that some of the other teams have showcased, I think, this week. I mean, we're seeing some teams separate from top to bottom this week. We saw it Monday night with the Warbirds and the Ones. The Ones really flexed their muscles that series. You guys came away with 2 over the Cajuns, maybe fortunately, and then tonight we're seeing a pretty big discrepancy between the two sides so far.
Yeah, I mean, some of these managers are going to have to make little moves, and it's going to get a little bit more business-oriented as time goes on, as the last thing you want to do is to be in a Challengers tournament fighting for your PLW life to stay in this league.
Oh, man, and Roundy finds the pan there for strike 3 on Maio. couldn't pull the trigger, and you're 100% right, Trench. I mean, I've been there before. The Warbirds have fought off relegation in the past.
Oh, man. I don't know. Where do they find these things?
I don't think they're paying for them. Yeah,
Are they?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, so love it, right, boy? Rick, see? You got to... It's good to be loved and hated.
That is too
It's good for
funny.
business, Trench.
There's been so many moves going on with, we're going to be having a new stadium and a lot of movement here with the stream team and whatnot. But, it's one of my missions, and I've been talking about it for a long time now. It's just we haven't had the right timing to do it, is when I start the show in the trenches. And, that's going to be a lot of fun when we start, broadcasting a little bit of a sports network kind of. And I think I'm going to have White Boy Rick's little emotes in the background, kind of like you see in different,
Yeah, I like it.
Look at Sasai coming in. I think he has the slimmest ankles in PLW right now.
As Tanner Roundy walks out there, Trench, it's only the second inning. Feels later than that, but, the Vaderz are up 9-0 here, but we've had nothing but praise for them in this broadcast so far. I'm going to pull it back a little bit. That's another early walkout for Tanner Roundy. And nothing against Sasai, but I don't think this is even he would pick himself as the first option out of the pen. I know they have a big lead. But now we get to see the Vaderz bullpen, which could be a little bit of an issue here.
Yeah.
Especially if guys continue to walk out early like this.
This, we had the same thing happen last night when you were watching the Vipers game. I think Tannic, we had a big lead or something. Then a couple rookies came in, walk, a bunch of hits. All of a sudden, it's like 9-7 or 9-8. I forget how it went down. But runs could be scored in a flash here in PLW. You just saw it last inning, and the Night Owls need to have it happen right now. But you could just tell, and I know you're a man that understands body language and momentum.
Right.
Just based off the body language of the Night Owls, it looks like they don't even want to be here right now.
I'm sure it's cold. I mean, that can happen. I mean, through a 54-game season, you're not going to have, every game that you're up for, and so you're going to have lulls. Important to stay mentally in it, and not out of this game yet. Sasai drills the strike.
I haven't seen him throw a straight ball for a strike in ages.
Yeah.
Comes right out.
Another one known for his knuckleball here. And DiVella gets his team going. He's had a walk and he's had a hit now. That's going to move over 100 to third base.
Yeah, he's good, and that's exactly what happens when you get a pitcher on the mound that kind of shouldn't be there. You could poke at him a little bit, and Josh Towers could immediately make some noise trying to get his Night Owls on board, and this could be a good setup for Towers with Sasai's big-time slider.
Absolutely.
Watch out for a hit piece to the left side.
Sasai misses up there. Good to see him getting some action. But yeah, you're right. Good comparison to last night, Trench. As your Sand Vipers threw 36 innings coming into the series last night, had thrown the bare minimum of pitchers. Only 3 of you had featured, and the Vaderz are similar to that. Oh, there's the knuckleball. Wow,
Man.
Big swing and a miss by Towers. Opens up a little bit there.
That's okay.
When you have a guy like Santiwan that's thrown 3 straight shutouts, they haven't had to use a ton of pitchers. That's not going to be sustainable.
Oh, gets it in the dirt right there for... That's 3 out?
That's 3. Our little apologies is our...
Oh, man.
Moniker said 0 outs there, but yeah, that's 3rd out as Towers chases again. And yeah, they have some coaching to do with Towers, who has a lot of MLB experience, obviously, but there is a learning curve out here, and expanding your strike zone is something that's going to be an issue. If you don't correct that, pitchers will latch onto that, and you won't see many strikes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a different game. Wiffle ball's a different beast, and you have to come in and understand that a little bit. And a lot of these guys are veterans or second-year players that understand what the wiffle ball's all about. And
Yep.
he'll be right there. You're not the number 1 pick and not going to do number 1 stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. Physical talent is there. He will make the adjustments, as I'm sure he is used to doing that. And it's just a big, long, season-long chess match is all it is. You get people take books on you. You're known for something, and then the hitter makes the adjustment away from that and starts having some success. And then the pitcher makes an adjustment to you there, and it's just back and forth. That's really all this game is. I want to develop a screwball. and then they're going to figure out that, and then I'll go back to my palm ball. That's the game.
Yeah,
and
you have that
Towers
big curve too.
Yeah, so Towers is gonna figure that out, and he'll start taking some walks, and when he starts taking walks, and then he'll get some pitches to hit.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of part of this wiffle ball game here at Hideaway Field and just wiffle ball in general is the different speeds, and Tanik is a good explanation of that. He just changes up speed so much, and it gets your gears kind of wound up as a hitter, and I just think changing up your speeds. I'm a good example of that as well. I come out of the same arm slot a lot.
Have to be deceptive.
Yeah, I heard you in the broadcast. They were coming around on me a little bit with my mid 40s, and I was trying to gas people up a little bit just to showcase, like, hey, you might come around on me a little bit, but I got some other stuff too. As Alonzo Valencia up to bat with the Vaderz up 9-0 right now. Nasty slurve out of Walker right there.
Yeah, pitching change for the Night Owls as Walker will continue in the bullpen role for this team. Going to try to keep these guys under 10. So smokes that Hutter. Keeps it in front. He's going to take it on himself. Fired it in the backstop for the first out in 4-2-6. Plenty of time. Good to get a leadoff man out. That has been tough to do tonight for the Night Owls.
It's Burley?
This is Scotty Burley. This is going to be an add-on.
Good spot to start. Okay.
Got it. Got a little. As Billy Santiwan updating the booth.
Yeah, what do you say right there?
Is it's going to be Scotty Burley, and then Kenny Santiwan's going to make his PLW debut. He is on deck. Both add-ons, not pitch hits. You are able to add on to the bottom of your order mid-game here, and that's what you're seeing right now. Nice job by Walker throwing that same slider, but at a down arm slot.
See how much movement it's behind Burley, and then it breaks in.
And then throws the straight ball at him. Ground ball to third base.
He's got to make the throw here.
Kyle Baker fires. No, that's off the monitor.
Did it go
that's
off?
Too high. Yeah, that hit the back of our monitor here in the broadcast booth. That is going to be an error by a Baker. Throw kind of elevates on him. Scotty Burley has found himself on first base via error there.
I wonder if Baker on third is the right play. He doesn't seem comfortable playing third base right now. And hold on.
Yeah, Baker's made a few mistakes over there at third tonight. Still a rookie, still young. He's had some success at the plate. But that's an important position in this league at third base. In my opinion, your best fielder should play third base. I know that's where you've made a career in the PLW over there.
I used to play short, and then Tanik was kind of noticing that my throws weren't spot on from that location as Walker throws a nasty slurve to get...
And that's Kenny Santiwan, who has made his debut. Kind of missed
that
there.
Was it?
Yeah, that was it. And that was a quick debut. I didn't even get to address it. I'm glad I previewed it before he got to the plate. There it was, folks.
Oh, man. Walker doing nastiness. We couldn't even recognize the poor kid's first step. I blame Walker for being a nasty pitcher as his brother Billy.
I wanted to make a big deal about that. I didn't even get a chance. And here's Billy Santiwan, who I'm not sure has gotten out tonight. This guy has been all over the field, doing it on the mound and with the bat.
And OB 3007 in the chat kind of sums it up. When things go wrong, they really go wrong in Wiffle, and that's that should be something that we quote and post.
Absolutely. As Santiwan will take the walk, he'll continue his on-base streak. He's been an absolute star in this series. As so is this man. The top three hitters for the Vaderz really showing out tonight.
And they have to be careful. This might be the last inning if they score one run and then shut them down, no?
Right, yeah. It's going to be 10 runs after 3 or get to 15. Either way, in this game is done. And good pitch by Walker there. Going to get Ibarra chasing that one. Good stuff. Tries it again on the 1-2 pitch. Misses away. Top three here. All Vaderz so far in this series. Gets Ibarra there. Nice job by Jason Walker getting a tough hitter, ending this inning. And we will play into the fourth.
Yeah, great piece of work by Walker. And even though they're getting lights out right now, you have to go back into your dugout and say, let's chip away. There's still one more game to play. We got Sasai on the mound. Of course, they have a couple studs that they could bring in as well, and a mid-reliever and Scotty Burley as well. It's not about the score right now, even though it is, but it's not. You just have to go in there, keep your momentum alive for game number 3, because right now it looks like getting 1 win from this 3-game series would be big for the Night Owls.
I agree. I talk about it all the time. It's all about the little games within the game. I mean, let's win something. Let's win something. If we're not going to win this game, let's win this shutout. Let's beat them on a shutout. Let's end this bagel. It's 13-0 in this series so far. There's a little mini game we can play. Let's win that.
Do the Night Owls just have a bad run scoring halo that's following them around right now? Because it looks like the last few series and the last year, of course, as we know, they just can't score any runs.
Trench, they went like 48 innings scoreless to end the season last year. And that's one of the most mind-blowing stats I've heard. I refused to believe it when I first heard it.
48 innings.
I mean, that's gonna hurt the morale of any ball club. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of people, a lot of inter-team arguing there when something like that's going on.
Oh, Sasai with a little bit of that knuckleball, and he's kind of the first person I ever saw that had that little moon knuckle.
Right? Yeah, becoming a fixture out here.
And I also want to congratulate Sasai for being the front man in the next animated movie, Kung Fu Panda 4.
Sasai getting his 15 minutes of fame tonight.
I love the guy, man.
He's doing a great job with his team as well.
We both rock number 13. We have a lot of fun when we talk back and forth during the week. A lot of wiffle ball talk and, recognizing and saying congratulations or, hey, tough outing or whatever it is. All these guys are friends.
I love it. There's a knuckleball kind of fished at by Baker, gets a piece of it. That's out of play. As Kyle Baker's ran this count full to lead off the bottom of the third for the Owls, and they got to get something going here as they are not going to play 2 infielders on the opposite field against Baker this time. But Baker it looks like he has no interest in going to right field.
I love our chat, man.
Oh, yeah, we got a great community and great Twitch community as well. That's
good
shot by Baker over there, and that's knocked down by Ibarra. Nice play. He comfortably throws that to the backstop. Looked like a big leaguer doing that. I mean, looked like he's been over there for multiple seasons.
Yeah, one thing I know Tannic wants to do for the next stadium that we're putting in is you might be able to accrue a bunch of wiffle ball points and actually check out the game. It'd be a lot of fun to see some of these people that are in the chat being able to check out some of these games.
Right. I think that's a great idea, Trench. I mean, absolutely. If we can pair up with one of these hotels in town and really can book a trip out here to Vegas, like make a Vegas trip out of it.
Oh, old Trenchy's working some magic on that.
Those are ideas we can take the league, absolutely. Partner up with one of these hotels and then make a POW Vegas experience.
Station casinos, they're a local,
local-friendly chain, absolutely.
Come on.
Definitely.
I could see my face on a billboard. Come hang with Trenchy and the gang, Hideaway Field.
That's how he walks Petrovsky there, and absolutely. Stations some sneaky good video poker machines in town as well. Very local-friendly. We have a runner on base for the Night Owls, something we have not said much tonight. Let's see if Brandon Maio can get these boys started. Brandon features power to center field. He's hit double-digit home runs a couple times in this league. Let's see if he can get his power numbers started. Takes that high, 2-0. Sasai is having trouble finding the strike zone all of a sudden.
I think what else the Night Owls are lacking just a little bit right now is I understand Nick DiVella is their manager and owner. They need a player that brings on that leadership role, and I feel like Stein brings that in. When he walks on the field, it is immediately a different type of feel out here at Hideaway Field when he comes in.
Yes, I haven't mentioned Stein tonight, who hasn't featured this season for the Night Owls. That's been a surprise. This is 3 series now, and usually he makes quite a few games. So
his presence is known when he comes in here.
I say all the time that I think Stein is the Night Owls' best hitter. He gives me fits when I'm on the mound. As that's Sasai walking out, and we have first and second with 1 out for the Night Owls via the walk. A little something brewing, perhaps.
Yeah. Scotty Burley, he's going to give his squad a debut here in game number 2 and see if he could shut down the Night Owls. And he's a mid reliever. He's coming in exactly where he needs to be. And that should be something that the Night Owls are happy about. Maybe they could get a couple off him or a walk or two, and all of a sudden it's 9-2, bases loaded, one swing of the bat, it's 9-6, and it's a game.
Absolutely. Yeah, put a little pressure. Just get some good things going in your dugout. Probably a lot of negative energy over there at the moment. So, yeah, anything you can get going in your favor, you will take. As Scotty Burley has made a few appearances already this season, and the Vaderz 2-4 coming in, playing some stiff competition. Those series were against the Ones and against the Sand Vipers. So moving down in class a little tonight, and you can see that they have benefited from it. And let's see if it benefits Scotty Burley, who has made his POW debut against some tough opposition. Let's see if he can be effective against this Owls lineup. Tinks the outside pipe, first pitch, 54 miles an hour. I know he was really disappointed in his last start against the Vipers. He had one of those walkout and two-hitter starts against you guys. So let's see what Burley's made of here. That's up the middle from Hutter. And that's a double play ball. Santiwan to Ibarra, who misses it wide. And that's going to be an out at second base.
There was nobody on third, though, right?
No, we had a runner, and it was first and second there as
Gotcha.
AJ Petrovsky will move to third base.
And really the only life out of the Night Owls is Nick DiVella, my vegan brethren right there. Let's see if he could put something on the board here and give the Night Owls something special.
Yeah, DiVella dressed for the temperatures tonight. Takes a slider up there. That's Burley's go-to pitch. He has a good one. DiVella, one of the few hits of the Night Owls. Might have the only hits for the Night Owls tonight. I can't remember too many.
Takes a hack at that one. That was a 3-run hack.
First and third, 2 outs. Bottom 3. Night Owls need to get this thing going. That's fouled away by DiVella. You're right, DiVella out here all winter, really working on his offensive ability. Wants to display it here this season for the Night Owls. Fouled back. Sealed battle there. 1-2.
You hear Barry on first base saying, let's get it going.
Yeah, I need something going positive here. Have a big game 3 on deck here. You need to take one of these. Oh, but that's 52, and Burley has shut the door on the Night Owls. Wow.
Leilani not going to be happy about that take out of her guy, as that's going to do it for the Night Owls, as they couldn't get anybody to come home right there. As we go into the top of the 4th inning, I'm with my main man and player of the week in week number 1, Jim Dodos, and newly married as well. Congratulations on that. Love being in the booth with you. One of my favorite guys. What you know what's missing in this booth, though? Our little picture.
I know. I thought about that.
Where did it go?
I'm not sure.
I thought maybe you took it and it would have been in the wedding, like when you had like your best guys and like the wedding people or whatever. I've never been married, but the wedding party, I thought we'd be a staple right there. And,
right? No, I like that.
Cheers did or whatnot, and that's what I'm thinking of right now, Jim.
Well, I don't know. Maybe GK did something with it. I mean, I thought it was a fixture up here in the booth, but. Some of our new viewers, me and Trench broadcast together a long time. We enjoy being up here together, and we're having a lot of fun as we get into the top of the 4th here. This game staying at 9-0. Jason Walker doing a good job in the 3rd, keeping the Vaderz at bay. As we have another game after this, game 2 of our 3-game set. I want to thank all 442 of you for tuning in tonight. Still plenty of action to come.
Wait a minute. Did somebody get a jersey? Is that what that means?
That's a Tannic signed jersey.
Amazing.
C-spot.
I wonder if Tannic got it because it's double extra large. You thinking maybe he got it for himself and just make people think it's somebody else?
Yeah, he's got a burner account.
Unbelievable. He does anything to grow this sport.
No, C-spot though. I've seen him in the chat a ton. Good for him.
Yeah, congratulations to even get that many points to be able to grab a jersey. What's Walker John about?
Now here's Tanner Roundy. Strikes out a good hitter in Kyle Edder there. Kyle Edder expanding his zone for strike 3. Roundy looks to get his season on track. Squares that up, spinning ball into the outfield. Towers tracking it down for the out. Quick work here by Walker, as this game wasn't looking like it was going to get to the 6th inning, but
It's amazing
Walker
how that
coming
happens.
in, he's plugging the boat up a little bit, doing a good job for his team.
Not an easy out either for Josh Towers out in right center as the wind looks like it's blowing from left to right. A lot of movement. Could have easily dropped in.
Right, and those temperatures, starting to feel it kind of dropping a little bit here as we get closer to 8 p.m. out here in Las Vegas. But these games have been moving along so far. Here's Battistoni. Ground ball, second base. Hutter fields, sets, and delivers the third out of the inning. Nice work by Walker getting some, kind of momentum back in the dugout. That's good to see, and DiVella will feel really good about that pickup.
Yeah, you got to settle down a little bit as a squad, talk to your team, and they're doing that right now. Right now is the time, though. They need to start plugging away, getting some hits, getting some walks, and, maybe it's not lost for this game. Who knows? But they got to bring it into game number 3.
Right, Scotty Burley going to be the man to take this thing home. Nice job by coming in the last inning to shut the door. Night Owls with base runners. That is a step in the right direction. I think that was the first time tonight Night Owl even was in scoring position. So that can be a long night when you just don't even have not getting hits is one thing, but just no base runners at all. That's a long night.
Yeah, not only a long night, but it's a long week.
Yeah,
but,
and you don't play again for a while.
You don't play again for sometimes, depending on the scheduling, it could be over. You play on a Tuesday and then you might not play till next Friday.
Yeah, we're off 10 days, the Warbirds.
Right,
yeah,
so
Monday,
if you have a bad performance, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth for a long time, and I can't imagine what a chat must be going, when you have your own little team chats, what those feel like.
Right. Yeah, I know. After getting swept on Monday, it's been a quiet team chat. We got 10 days to sit on it, and no different here. With me broadcasting Wednesdays, and the Night Owls home games are on Wednesdays, I'll see a lot of this team.
Oh, good take by Towers right there to bring the count to 3-0.
Yeah, nice job by Towers. This is definitely what he needs to start doing, is start taking walks.
Yeah, he needs to see that wiffle ball just get a little deeper, just like that, as he takes a power hack, swing and a miss, brings the count to 3-2.
And I understand the mentality. I came with the same mentality here, like, oh, this is wiffle ball. We're playing for fun. I'm trying to hit bombs and not trying to take walks.
Boom, walk right there, lead runner on first base as Kyle Baker comes up to the strike.
Yeah, the value of a walk out here is huge, and you learn to take them. You got to have an approach at the plate in this league. Here's Kyle Baker.
I'm reading I Am Jake, and he's one of my boys out there, and saying, that Monday sweep doesn't mean anything. Everything means something out here, especially mentality-wise.
Sure.
You could definitely get down on your squad as a manager, as a player, question things, and that marinates for a long time as you got that week off.
Absolutely, ground ball, second base. So takes it, flips over to Santiwan. Santiwan fires a fastball, 78, but into the left panel there on your screen. And that'll be a put out at second base. Absolutely. I mean, Jake B's right. It is a long season, no doubt, but no one trying to get swept out here. You want to limit the sweeps throughout the course of a season. Take one of those games, lose a series, okay. But you start getting swept in multiple series out here, and you find your way down the standings real quick as that relegation battle that we're going to have this season, Trench. Mark my words, it's going to be a war.
I know.
The relegation battle this season is going to be the best we've had. It's going to be an absolute war from spots 6 to 10.
And then there's going to be some challenging teams coming in. They really, really want to get into PLW as they could see what's happening here.
Right. And Petrovsky floats that to third base. Santiwan underneath it as Baker is at first, but that'll be 2 outs. Petrovsky just can't get himself going, and he's the kind of the key to this Night Owls lineup. When he's hitting the ball out of the ballpark, completely different squad.
I love seeing Tom over there. He's having the time of his life. I talked to Tom. He said his dream was to just play wiffle ball for the rest of his life, and It looks like he's well on his way to doing that. He dropped 3 bombs last night.
Tom was brilliant last night, as usual. You guys brought him in. He had to play with his innings a little bit as he used a ton up in that first game, and you brought him in every pressure situation possible last night.
I know.
And he just answered the bell every time for your team. Just wonderful to have a player like that that's willing to come in and do the dirty work.
Yeah, when it was 2-0, Tom's like, hey, man.
Oh, that's a shot to center field. That's just where Maio likes to go. That's on the left side of second base. That'll stop Baker at second.
Yeah, he loves that shot. And Tom was saying, hey, man, I can't come in for you this time and shut it down if need be. So finish this bad boy out.
I love that.
That's what happened.
And there he is, Mr. Dalbey, coming off the private jet. And this immediately changes the energy here at Hideaway Field, as this dude is a baller. There's like a... Did you feel this?
Wow.
Did you feel like the sense of...
Yeah, this changes things a lot. I didn't think Dalbey was going to show up. Matty Levine has also showed up as well. He's got a bat in his hands over there. So we've got some reinforcements coming for the Night Owls. And they're going to need it. That's backspin that hits below that line there. Foul ball. And this series now for you handicappers, and Trench, we're going to spend a little more time on betting in Game 3, okay?
Yeah,
let's talk about wiffle points. And for you handicappers out there, Night Owls just got some big reinforcements.
Yeah, there's no doubt he changes the... He's the kind of dude that changes the line.
Right. Yeah, he'll change. Yeah, absolutely.
He changes odds, changes lines. Oh, good take by Dalbey right there.
Injecting some life into this squad, as the Night Owls are all about attendance. So huge. When their guys are here, Maio, Stein, Dalbey, and he comes in, high fly to left field.
Oh, the wind.
But it's not carrying out there right now.
There's that little bit of back wind coming in towards us, and he barely misses that. But you could see, the injection of life, the injection of hope into the Night Owls.
Yeah, a good swing there. Just even a ball into the outfield for the Night Owls has been a challenge. It's been that much of a struggle offensively, as we will roll into the fifth inning. 9-0.
Man.
And DiVella sounds like he's making some changes. Sasai's got a bat in his hand, Trench.
What's he doing?
I haven't seen this in a long time.
He's like, you know what? We got a little bit of a lead. Yeah. We got a little bit of a lead. I don't get many at-bats. I'm the manager, but not only a manager, but a player too.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to get himself in some action. Not trying to watch in this cold weather. He needs to warm himself up.
Yeah. He's got some power too.
Yeah, he's a competitor. Big Arizona sports fan. Sasai loves his Cardinals, loves his Suns. You know, he's a big sports guy.
Didn't like Chris Paul breaking his wrist or whatever. He's out
right,
6 to 8 weeks, and you
yeah.
can see the demeanor of Sasai right after that. Went from like best record in the NBA to who knows what could happen now.
And here's Sasai facing Jason Walker, who has pitched well and gave up a couple runs in Game 1, but has done great work here in Game 2. And Sasai swinging first pitch on a ball out of the zone. Matty Levine underneath it. A welcome sight to see him back out there. Kind of gets lost in the shuffle with the Steins and the Dalbeys, but a very important player for this Night Owl squad and part of the core of this team.
Yeah, and you could see a little bit more pep in the Night Owls' step as they got their reinforcements in there.
And that's popped up, Scotty Burley.
Walker,
no, and that's close. That looks like a fair ball, Trench.
It is. Wait, and Tom
has it foul. Let's take a look
has
at
it
it.
fair, and they're going to have to go into the booth. And
Oh, that's
Buck
fair.
is saying,
that's fair.
I thought it was fair,
That's
too.
fair. That looked like it hit his foot in fair territory there. No doubter.
I wonder if the Vaderz or the Night Owls challenge that.
That's Buck Burner, our head umpire here, is going to
Buck.
call that a fair ball, and I think he's got that right. As Scott Burley would take first base, and there's Jason Walker, not the fleetest of foot up there on the mound. Can't get to that one. Someone like Tom Gannon who will cover a little more ground there. That's huge in PLW. Doesn't get talked about a lot.
Yeah.
So pitcher fielding your position.
I've mentioned that before. The agility of pitchers is a big time plus to have.
I'd like to think that netted me a Gold Glove last year. Trench, as my outfield play, probably did not. But fielding your position as a pitcher, you want to get it for yourself there, helping yourself out. And you see Walker giving all he can for that one.
Yeah, it looks like he came out of the gates stumbling a little bit.
Yeah, like one of those horses I bet on. You know, that's usually the horse I bet on, Trench.
Just
the guy that just stumbles out of the gate, just loses the race in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not a big horse racing guy,
yeah,
but if I was going to name a horse, I think I'd name him the Stumbler.
As Jason Walker throws a walk to Kenny Santiwan, and it's going to be Randy Dalbey fresh off the plane, out here playing, and now he's going to be pitching.
And congratulations to Kenny Santiwan. That's his first time on getting to first base.
Yeah, we didn't spend much time on his debut at bat, so let's spend a little time on the walk. Good for him. Getting on base as Randy Dalbey takes the bump. Dalbey coming in from Phoenix. You know, that's the kind of the life, the day in the life of a PLW player. Trench is flying in on private jets, coming in. You know,
it's amazing.
Nick DiVella handling business.
And they needed him bad, not only in the box, but they needed him on the mound, as this guy is like a wiffle ball god around the country, and
Right.
he's just landed a home right here at PLW.
Yeah, he likes coming out here, same with the Maccabee on the Warbirds. These guys used to a different style of wiffle ball. They come out here and a few complaints about the rules, which is fine, but we complain about the rules when we go play that style too. So,
Of course.
and it's in the pitching, it's much different. You're not used to getting hit as a fast pitch pitcher, which Dalbey is. He's one of the best in the country. And he's just not used to getting hit.
Right.
And you come out here and you're getting hit around a little bit. And it's just going to happen. No
I
matter
know
what
I
you
say
throw.
it every time. I think his first 2 starts, he gave up like 18 runs.
Right.
Or his ERA was like 2.42.
Yeah,
or
probably a
something
year's
crazy.
worth of runs for him in fast pitch wiffle ball. So,
Amazing.
our style of play out here, yeah, absolutely a little different. Is that's a firm slider at 55 there. Looked faster than that.
Comes up 2-0 right now.
Santiwan been all over the base pass tonight. Gets a good drop ball there. Takes a big hack swing and a miss. First and second. And that's up the middle, and Santiwan does it again. He just finds holes out there like that.
Who is this?
I mean, he just finds holes, and his BABIP has got to be just super high. Every ball he puts in play doesn't find a defender. I'm not sure if it's sustainable or not, but it's working now. And hitting the ball hard like he does helps. That thing flew into center.
Yeah, I mean, go with what's working now.
Right? Absolutely. 10-0 Vaderz, as I'm about to put 4 infielders on Billy Santiwan. I mean, the guy finds every hole possible. And that's shot right off the foot of Matty Levine. Dalbey fields, fires, and into the backstop for the second out. 10-0 Vaderz. The Night Owls are going to need to scratch one across in the bottom half to keep this thing going.
I don't even know if they want to keep this thing going.
Yeah, let's just get to game 3 with our new players and
Yeah.
start it over, right? Absolutely.
Here's Kyle Edder with runners on second and third.
Yeah, Edder so far, when he gets a pitch in the strike zone that he can handle, he's up there to swing the bat. Absolutely. Not a big walk guy.
Yeah, and on the graphic down there, you could go to second and third.
Yeah, absolutely. Runners at second and third. Santiwan's ball. Did that get to the wall? Oh, Edder
Smash.
shoots that in the center. That finds grass. These Vaderz all night long have just kind of evaded this Night Owls defense. Another ball into the outfield that finds green.
This is amazing out of the Vaderz.
Just seems like a step out of the reach of any outfielder all night.
They are just dismantling the Night Owls.
Yeah, 16-0 tonight. That is dominance. And that's shot. And that's Josh Tucker getting the fourth at second and the third out. Not sure he knew a whole lot about that line drive, but makes it happen.
And the Night Owls are going to have to score 3 to keep this one alive. And
Yeah,
I don't see good things.
The Vaderz just keep pressing all the right buttons, and they have really, really shown out tonight, showing that, hey, we had a pretty tough schedule. That 2-4 record isn't indicative of who we are, and they're proving that true tonight. And they're going to get back to 500 with this result here and have a chance to punch above that in Game 3.
yeah, and I don't know the results of every games, or I can't remember them all. But some of these series that go 2-1, 1-2, or whatnot, it could be flip-flop either way. Like I just said last night, the Vipers could have went 1-2 rather than 2-1 based off just a couple little things. And I think the Vaderz are kind of in that same boat. They could probably have been easily 4-2 rather than 2-4 coming into this series.
Sure, small margins out here between wins and losses, no doubt. Little things do matter. Defense matters. That one mistake matters. So we have Matty Levine leading it off here for the Night Owls as we start the top of the 6th inning. Excuse me, this is bottom of the 6th inning. Wait, no. Bottom 5.
Bottom 5.
Yeah, we're in bottom 5. It's Levine.
Is it going to come back, though?
Smokes that.
No way!
Oh, we are seeing some crazy wind out there to left field. It's how it was last Wednesday in the Legends series, where it's foul pole to foul pole. It's carrying at every other part of the park. Very strange out here. That ball was smoked.
I mean, just like a game ago, that's in 3/4 of the pine tree. And that was just a basket catch by Tanner that was just kind of hanging out there waiting for it to dump into his pocket.
incredible. And here's Joe Kuther, his first at-bat of the season. Joe likes to spray the ball to the right side and does not have many defenders over there. I don't think the Vaderz have seen too much of Joe. Man, that was smacked.
And Anthony Michael immediately saying, like my game-ending robbed home run.
Oh.
Oh, man, he had it rough last night.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
And I love Anthony Michael, man, but he just could not get it over the fence.
Interesting. I mean, a lot of other people were putting him out to center that night. And I haven't seen too many out to left tonight. All the balls to left field have been repelled.
Yeah, it's going from left to right a little bit.
And that will do it here in the fifth via run rule. Vaderz 12, Night Owls 0. Mercy time here at the Hideaway.
Ugly. That's an ugly, ugly loss right there for the Night Owls, who have big-time hopes to be atop the PLW standings. But things are getting quite dicey for the Night Owls, as like last year, they're having trouble scoring runs.
Yeah, they are. A little bit of a huge sweep in week one, but right back down to earth here in week three. And I'm going to get...
What are you getting?
The degenerates.
Yeah,
in
you
game
do your
three.
thing. You're a little bit more of a degenerate than I am.
Let's get the prediction going here on TikTok. If you're viewing, get over to twitch.tv
Look at this.
Premier Wiffle.
The Dragon Lady just subbed 10 subscriptions to people watching on Twitch.
Yeah, you might get yourself a subscription from the Dragon Lady if you get over to Twitch, as we have game 3 getting started. What are our predictions here? Down in graphics, if you can drop down that prediction menu, give me a line. Looking at a pick'em here. And that's what you're talking about, the line being moved.
Dalbey.
What these players have an effect on. Some new players for the Night Owls here in game 3. Some handicapping notes to take down. Randy Dalbey going to be playing a full game here, probably on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, he's a line shifter. He could probably account for 1 or 2 runs by himself when he's at the plate. And, of course, he's a lockdown pitcher when he's on the mound. Honestly, Jim, I don't even know which way this is going to go, but based off momentum and what I'm seeing, I got to take the Vaderz here. They're just putting on a show.
Yeah, Vaderz on the pick'em here, just loading in the points flying in early. Get them in now and often. Show me the money. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm sure you have an opinion. Well, let's see it via Wiffle points.
Not only that, if they got into trouble early, Billy Santiwan still has 3 innings left.
Absolutely.
So there's half a game for Billy, and he hasn't given up a run in his last 3 starts.
Yep.
That's in a phenomenal
Yeah,
feat
the only
here.
run he's given up this year is via bullpen. That's a great note you took there, Trench.
Right, I think there was a couple runners on, not his, and he might have given up a hit or whatnot, which would have just been 1 hit, no runs possibly if he'd pitched well in that inning. But, man, he is really becoming a PLW all-star as a pitcher. Love seeing that out of Billy Santiwan.
Right, and again, on TikTok, get over here to Twitch, get some Wiffle points for viewing, and get some action on these games. That is just so much fun when you can get some action, some skin in the game, get yourself some points at the merchandise store, all kinds of good ways to spend those Wiffle points here on Twitch, as both managers look busy over there up the first baseline. Trench, some manager changes. I see Nick DiVella with a marker in his hand writing on that whiteboard. Interested to see some of these lineup changes for this game.
Yeah, he does not want to get swept right here. I know he's feeling it, though, this game with his reinforcements coming off of that private Night Owls jet landing at McCarran Airport.
Yeah, and look at these action. The Wiffle points are pouring in, 325,000 plus on this game so far. And the Owls place a wager on the Owls, get 2.2 to 1 back, it looks like. Vaderz laying 2.2 to 1 here, as, and not surprising, our viewers pouring in on the Vaderz right now. And thanks to graphics downstairs for dropping that down. Love being able to see these numbers pile up.
Yeah,
it looks like we're on our way to 400,000 Wiffle points wagered in game 3 here.
Wow. $250,000 on the Vaderz.
Woo!
That's
Love
insanity. The Owls are definitely recognizing that.
As the handle, the PLW handle. And if we can just take some juice, Trench.
Yeah, where's the juice?
Yeah, where's our... Yeah.
Do your job.
Yeah, we just need to take a couple percent here of this thing. Our handle is flying. Getting some solid Wiffle point volume. Love the action. Big game for these Night Owls, Trench. This is a big one. Now you're down, you're facing a 2-0 deficit in the series, and you're going to go all in here. You got to take this game 3, getting swept. Kind of how our Warbirds are feeling right now. We're 10 days to sit on the sweep. I don't recommend that to any team out here.
Oh man, this chat is lively.
Yeah, the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pump up the degenerates. We spent 2 games not talking about wiffle points and betting too much. Not the case here in game 3. As Dalbey throwing warm-up pitches. I'll give you some handicapping notes for people listening. I do see Randy Dalbey out there firing pitches. He will be your game 3 starter, fresh off the plane. Starting for the Vaderz is Scotty Burley as Trench. What do you got?
I was going to ask, before we get into game number 3, who's playing tomorrow night, Thursday night ball? Do you know?
I'm not scheduled to be at the booth tomorrow. Let's see. Lightning play Friday.
Lightning at Legends, I believe, Friday. So it's going to be the Bombers and the...
Who hasn't played this week? Let's see. Bombers and...
Dun, dun, dun.
Chat, help us out. Who else plays in this league?
How could we not think of this?
Let's see. Birds one's played.
Snappers.
Bombers,
Snappers. And that's going to be a big-time matchup as the Snappers are 1-5, and they've been in the last 3 championship games led by their front man Taylor Briner, 3-time MVP here at PLW.
New territory for the Snappers. They've never been in this kind of situation before. You know, I know it's early in the season and kind of starting 1-5 isn't ideal, but as we are going to get cracking here in game 3. Look at this, 400,000 wiffle points wagered. Billy Santiwan leading it off. And he gets jammed there by Randy Dalbey. And Dalbey makes a mistake there. Barry Hutter throws that into the ground. I always think the pitcher should field the ball no matter what. If he can get to it, then you should absolutely field it.
Yeah, and also as a pitcher, your hands are warmer. You're more pumped up. You're moving more.
Right.
These guys are cold. It's like 38 degrees or something out there, and you can see all their hands are frozen. And I could be a testament to that. As they're going to try to get
ball there.
Yeah, decides to not go 2 right there. Probably the smart play. Doesn't want to go behind himself.
Yeah, just touching back on that first play. As a pitcher, first off, I don't trust anybody but myself.
Yeah, okay.
But you cut off the distance of the throw by fielding that ball. By letting it go deeper, you're just taking more of a risk on a longer throw. You saw it happen there with Barry Hutter, who just really hasn't had a good night throwing the ball anyway. So I like to cut the throw off, as shortest throw as possible. As a pitcher, if I can get to it, I'm taking it. I don't care if the fielder's there or not.
There you hear it from Jim Dodos himself, a statistical assassin, as Kyle Edder up to bat. And they haven't seen some pitching like
Dalbey's going to come with a little firmer stuff. He's going to spin the ball better. He's going to manipulate the radar gun better. Maybe a little harder 55 here, if that makes sense to our viewers by now.
Of course. If you've been watching, you should know by now.
Runner at first, 1 out, 2 strikes. Betting is still open as we are at 430,000 points wagered. A true pick'em game here. Game 3 of a 3-game set.
Yeah, almost 3-1 action on.
Wow, 300,000 wiffle points on one team here. That is a bunch.
Wait till we have thousands of viewers watching and millions of points. And Edder says, I don't know who you are, but you're going to know who I am as I round second base. Check out the backside of my jersey. That's Kyle Edder rounding third.
And that error looming large, a solo blast turned into a 2-run blast, Trench, and more of the same. Vaderz jumping out in front, 2-0. Man, that was out of here fast. This Vaderz lineup really, really hammering the ball tonight. And the difference in class has been obvious.
Kyle Edder, man.
12-0 in game 2, 4-0 in game 1, 2-0 here. That's 18 unanswered runs here for the Vaderz tonight. Wow.
That's incredible.
That is something that the Night Owls will be very, very keen on stopping. Got to answer the bell one of these innings here, as this has been the most lopsided series of our spring season so far.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just trying to take it all in right now. I don't know. I don't have an answer for the Night Owls.
Right, yeah. I don't think the Night Owls have an answer for the Night Owls at the moment. I mean, 18 unanswered. That's literally not having the answer, Trench.
Oh, and the smoking monkey is going to be ending his night with no wiffle ball points, possibly again, as Dalbey.
That's 54 for strike 3. Nice pitch by Dalbey, coming back and getting the out there. I believe that's 2 away here. It's 1 out on our graphic on the screen. There was a ground ball to Dalbey that he did field and put away. Here's Gio Battistoni, homer to game 1.
Yeah, and I think what is happening is after the series of last year, the season of last year, the dominant pitchers are now facing better hitters that have more games under their belt. They've been practicing, and you're not going to see the dominant performances that you saw last season.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to take truly special stuff on the mound to get outs out here. Something that hitters have, and like Santiwan.
Yeah.
This knuckleball is kind of a new phenomenon in the PLW.
Yeah, he's the Hideo Nomo right now of PLW. People just cannot pick it up.
I love it. As Sesai inserting himself into the 6 hole here, strikes out to retire the side. Damage is done. Trench, more of the same. Vaderz jumping out in front.
Yeah, Sesai needs to outsert himself into that lineup, as he's not going to provide anything for the Vaderz, as just because they are up 2-0 doesn't mean anything, as the Night Owls are going to come back and try to strike.
I love it, Trench. Yeah, Zoe getting the axe, looks like here. He had a pretty good performance so far. Excuse us to reviewers. Good to have you back in the booth with me, Trench. Having a great time up here tonight.
Scott Burley on the mound. I wouldn't be surprised if Dalbey, if he sees a pitch, if he launches one over the container. This seems a little bit more of a Dalbey style pitcher to wrap that bat around.
Right, and another handicapping note in this series here is I don't think Sesai wanted to go to Scotty Burley in the last game with a 9-run lead, his Game 3 starter. So the Night Owls have had a round of at-bats off Burley. They're going to be comfortable with what he's throwing, should be able to anticipate what he's throwing here. So 2-0 lead. Let's see the Night Owls get on the board here. Just something going here, and Dalby's going to try to get him started.
Yeah, long game. It's got to start right now with Dalbey.
And Dalby shoots that in the 5-6 hole, something we have not said too much tonight for the Night Owls. Lead off base hit.
Love seeing that, and that's why they bring this guy on a private jet. Of course, he got weather delayed in the airport. Can only make the later half of Game 2. But he's here. Start of Game 3 as Barry Hutter is up. Take strike number 2.
Yeah, Hutter coming in, hitting in the 360s, I believe, with a couple home runs. Hasn't done much tonight. He's a big bat for them. When Hutter and Levine are going around Stein, Mayo, and Dalby, that's a good little core for this Night Owls team. And that's ground at second base. Santiwan Fields goes to second. Ibarra going to fire that right past my head, and a mistake from the Vaderz. Probably their first mistake of the evening. That's going to have that runner go to third base with only one out.
There's a little bit.
Second base.
There's a little bit of different energy right now here at Height of the Way Field. I feel like the Night Owls kind of have they're pumping up their Air Jordans right now. I remember Matty Levine on any other night. That ball would have been Pine Tree. Let's see if you can get a piece of one.
And he does. That's flared into left, but Battistoni playing there. That's really, really strange because Levine doesn't go that way very often.
And here's AJ Petrovsky.
Yeah, and dropping him down in the order a little bit as he fouls that back. Petrovsky, such a streaky bat up there. When he's on, he's on. When he's not, it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, remember, Petrovsky saved the Night Owls' life.
Saved the organization.
The organization with one swing of his bat. A 3-run shot.
Jammed there. Hand warmers are down. Ibarra fires, and that'll be the third out. Good shutdown inning there from Scotty Burley.
Yeah, that AJ 3-run shot in that Challengers tournament really saved the Night Owls from being out of this league. But here they are once again. They're down 2-0, but it seems like they got a little bit of an injection of energy with some of the recruits that came in.
Yeah, our Challengers tournament as we get close. Oh, and it's Leilani. We're going to do
Let me
two.
do it.
Yeah, get on it.
It's top of the second. Is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're selling or buying your first home, you have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. Make sure you check out that QR code right there to connect with her on Instagram. And the first time I ever met Leilani, she brought us cupcakes. And that has been etched in my brain ever since. What a sweet
easy
person.
Way to your heart,
yeah, I mean, what a sweet person to do that, knowing that I love my little vegan cupcakes, and she came in with a 6-pack, and
right.
That was that.
And want to give Leilani some extra love tonight. Last night's broadcast kind of a little shorter on the ads, so we're going to go 2 games of Leilani Acuna tonight. Love her being a part of what we do in the PLW, and hopefully she's rooting her man on here for the Night Owls.
That's Nick DiVella's girlfriend, wife, spouse.
Absolutely love
Partner.
the support in the chat as well. We appreciate her support here at the PLW. As Billy Santiwan.
And whether he's losing a series here, he's always winning at home.
That's right. That's a good attitude to have. as Dalbey gets ahead in the count here. Getting out number 1 is key. Starts Billy Santiwan. Been setting the table all night, but Dalbey going to dial in, strike out Santiwan, and they exchange a few smirks there.
Yeah.
Like kind of some respect smirks, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 1 away. Here's Ibarra. Doesn't get any easier. Up the middle. Oh. That's through.
Yeah, that's tough for Dalbey. He's like a giraffe. It took him like a full second to get down there and try to grab that ball. That wasn't happening.
Here's the ever-dangerous Kyle Edder with runners on base again. And the walk hasn't been utilized too much by the Night Owls. Not many of their pitchers walking. I mean, Walker walked out in game 2, but after some work, I don't know how much I want to pitch to Kyle Edder at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Dalbey, shots happen. I'm not going to not pitch to him.
Right. I'm going to go right after him, some speed. I mean, Edder has shown a tendency to expand his zone and chase not strikes, but it's got to be enticing. Can't just throw pitches way off the zone and expect him to chase them.
Yeah, he's feeling it tonight, though. Very, very scary hitter.
And he's gone to center field here, but that's in the park. And that's Josh Towers out there making the play for out number 2.
Those wiffle balls die. You could see him do a sumo squat out there as he thought he was going a little further, but it kind of just died. Still got under it.
Yeah,
for
swirling winds
2.
tonight. It was kind of nice to wake up this morning, Trench, and see some snow in the mountains here in Las Vegas, and that should continue tonight in the mountain areas of Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to see a little bit of those white caps
Yep.
around the valley.
Swirling winds here as Dalbey throws that sidearm drop ball. Tom Gannon throws that pitch from the left side.
When it was all said and done, 342,000 points came in on the Vaderz.
Wow. Yeah, that's the most wiffle points I've seen bet so far. I love it. I'm pumped on that.
Like I said, wait till we have thousands of viewers and there's millions of wiffle points being bet on these games.
It's heading that way. It's heading that way. Absolutely. As Roundy battling up there, 2-2 count, 2 outs here. Game 3. It's salvage time for the Night Owls, trying to steal one from the Vaderz.
I'm going to see if maybe like 100,000 points. You could go out to Tarantino's with Trench.
Yeah, there you go.
Redeem 100,000 points, and you could go to Tarantino's with Trench and get some zucchini sticks.
Date night with Trench. I'd redeem points for that, Trench. Go out to Tarantino's with you.
Absolutely. We get a glass of wine.
Oh, I love that.
Some lasagna.
Mike Tarantino, good guy.
You played with him.
I played with him, absolutely.
On the cannoli in the avocado league.
Great guy.
There's Gio.
There's Battistoni, and even when Dalbey kind of, pitching well, holding the Vaderz in check a little bit, but runners on the bases again. It's just been a constant all night. And Battistoni, big hack there. I think he saw that pitch pretty well. Swings it right through it. 2 strikes, 2 outs. A key walk by Tanner Roundy there. And here's the pitch. Inside, that tinks at 56. And that's just kind of a symbolic of how it's gone tonight. 2 on, top of the second, 2-0, 2 on, 2-2 count, 2 out. Trench, that is a great Deuces Wild right here. I mean, there's just twos all over the score graphic
isn't
there.
It? It's 2-2-2-2 today, isn't it?
No, that was yesterday. That would have been the ultimate Deuces Wild.
Yeah, how did we miss that one?
Yeah, I know. As swinging a miss there at 58 for Battistoni ends the inning, a scoreless inning for Dalbey. And, you kind of have Santiwan with 3 innings there, Trench. The Night Owls need to do their damage right now.
Yeah, there's no better time than the Night Owls to do something than right now. They have to. Wiffle Ball Nation is saying, you got to show up. You're flying guys in on private jets. You have the number 1 draft pick coming into season 4. You have to put runs up right now.
Absolutely. Scotty Burley doing a really good job in relief. Ended game 2 and is off to a good start here in game number 3. And he is going to probably give way to a pitcher that hasn't conceded many runs this season in Billy Santiwan. And Santiwan just absolutely cruised through the first game.
And White Boy Rick's saying he was hanging out with his wife playing wiffle ball. But I'm thinking if
his wife knew the kind of style of pitching that I throw out there. She would have tuned in right away and might have got a signed wiffle ball, if not that date with Trench at Tarantino's.
I think redeeming the 100, that's exactly what would have happened.
It's my boy in the chat.
I love it. Yeah, is Nick DiVella going to get things going here in the bottom of the second inning? He's been a good little spark on offense tonight. Burley screwball 54. That's there. And Burley looks really good on the mound tonight. That's right. We're going to get coming after White Boy Rick. Can't just let him sit in the chat and do whatever he wants. We're competitors here in the PLW. We don't mess around, dude.
Yeah, whether it's on the field or the commentating.
We don't mess around out here. We rewatch the chats too.
Absolutely. Lucky for us, we have these little mute buttons, kind of like at the bank tellers. You have those little, you can call the cops or whatever. I got the little mute button under here, and if I don't like seeing something.
There's Mayo fouls that back. Got a good pitch to hit there. He's not going to be happy about that. Trent versus...
I love it. We got a game going with Burley versus Maio right here. 1-2 count.
And Burley kind of featuring a little screwball there. He's not just throwing his slider.
He's sneakily good. As you know, I just have him as a mid reliever, not quite yet a starter, but it looks like he's playing himself down right now.
And a nice walk there from Maio, getting some positive energy going to get Randy Dalbey up, turning that lineup over. And the wind's kind of calming down here at the Hideaway. Real stale out there right now. Let's see if we can get something carrying out the left field. Strike one at 49, taken. Good slider there by Burley. High fly into center. Battistoni is there. The outfield for the Vaderz has been flawless tonight. And that's 2 outs.
Yeah, they are just feeling it right now, Vaderz. And that 342,000 points is looking all sorts of spiffy.
Yeah, one-way traffic at the Hideaway tonight. And that traffic has been the Vaderz steamrolling the Night Owls so far. There's 342,000 points on, jeez. Barry fouls that back and gets a good pitch to hit there. Pulls off it just a little bit. And that's flown to left. But no, that's just not.
Dead.
That's just dead. The container just seems dead out there tonight. You could see mid-flight, it really slowing down out there. Off the bat, those look smoked.
And I wonder if White Boy Rick is going to tell his wife about the PLW hotties that are going to be coming in, doing some cheerleading stuff when it's all warm and fuzzy out here. You think she's going to be watching the broadcast? Or no, I'm not. I'm just watching the game, basketball game, babe. I don't think so.
When the broadcasters' beanies and coats come off, the PLW hotties come in. Yeah.
Go to some rebroadcast.
Keep an eye on that.
See what's up, White Boy Rick. How we do it up in here in Hideaway Field. Trench makes things happen.
I love it. Solid back and forth banter here. And speaking of banter, let's see if Dalbey can hold these Vaderz who, man, they can't. It must be all sorts of banter over there. 18-0 in the series, Trench. Don't see too much of that out there. We always talk about parity, things like that. And haven't seen parity tonight.
Not at
Distinct difference between these two ball clubs.
Yeah, and that's just too bad right now for the Night Owls. Young season, whatnot. But you don't want to display a kind of performance like this in front of 500 viewers and Twitch and TikTok and everybody at home. You got to put on something.
Sasai giving himself at bats tonight, and he falls behind early 0-2.
Yeah, he's going to be hearing it from me later in the chat if he doesn't do a little something right here.
Might be hearing it from his own team here. Going to insert himself in the lineup. If I'm Alonzo, Alonzo hitting the ball pretty hard tonight. I feel a little slighted. Like, what are we out here trying to have fun? Are we trying to win games here? Nah, Sasai. Watch him get into one here.
Yeah, watch. Dalbey's tough to hit, man.
57, good take. He will live to fight another pitch.
And Tanik immediately puts up the Instagram PLW hotties.
That's right.
If White Boy even knew after making a comment like that.
That's a solid wingman play by Tanik there.
Yeah,
coming in. He's your boy. 54 by Dalbey. Down goes Sasai. And he'll a little bat slam. Oh, he's nice work.
He might have broke conduct code number 4 A.
Nice work by Bucky Wantman on the sky cam there, catching that one. Beautiful work. Heads up to my man.
There might be a review on the conduct board with that one. Society might be getting a warning.
That's up the middle again by Billy Santiwan, and I'm going to continue to press for 4 infielders against this guy. There is no C&I ground balls with him. He finds the hole every single time. And just can't keep these guys off the bases.
Man, he's good. Here's Ethan. This is a really good 1-2 punch between Billy and then Ethan right up after Billy. You got a guy that's just on base all the time with his singles, and then you got Ethan Ibarra who could just drive it over the fence.
Right. If that keeps up all season, look for Santiwan to lead the league in runs this season, but that's nasty right there from Dalbey, who's mixing it up third time through the order. Yeah, Santiwan's going to lead the league in singles, or he's going to be up there in singles, and he's going to be up there in runs scored with the way he hits. And now here's Kyle Edder.
Yeah, really making a name for himself, Kyle Edder here, PLW.
And if he can start taking that pitch at 60, he was swinging at that all night in games 1 and 2. Not being fooled this time.
Evan Shields, yeah, absolutely. Santiwan making his mark here in the PLW, not only hitting the ball, but of course on the mound.
Yeah, doesn't try to do too much at the plate. Very happy over there at first base and trust the guys behind him to knock him in. Why wouldn't he?
Oh, takes one off the cap right there at 55. It's going to go to 3-0.
Dalbey, no walks yet in the top of the third. Not a terrible place to use one here. Ooh, comes right after him at 58. Edder aggressive. And Edder just doesn't seem like the guy that enjoys a walk too much. I mean, he pretty much turned down a walk from Jason Walker earlier in the series and delivered with a double after that. And that's a lazy fly.
This is going to be a tough one, though. A lot of
underneath
movement.
that and makes the play.
But he's closer to the ball because he's so tall.
Right. Yeah, right. True high point scenario on Trench. As the wind swirling around again here at the Hideaway as we move on to the bottom of the third. Vaderz 2, Night Owls still within striking distance, but Billy Santiwan right in the shadows. It's going to be Scott Burley taking the mound in the third, but 3 innings left for our Game 1 starter who, I mean, probably the most effortless shutout you're going to see.
And there's the Dragon Lady backing me up.
Oh, yeah. Dragon Lady. We got a lot of...
Dragon Lady knows.
Yeah, we got like an army in the chat ready to have our backs. And Dragon Lady is probably our sergeant in there leading the troops.
I'm really thinking about maybe running for like a district or something out here in Las Vegas.
Right.
I think I could get some votes. I mean, right off the bat, the wiffle ball world has my back. I know Dragon Lady, I could use her some of the marketing or whatnot. I think it could be like some kind of judge district or whatever those people are.
It all starts with a local community, Trench, and you got a good start here.
What do you think, man? You think you run with me? I feel like you're the kind of guy that's suit and tie, and I'm just out there shaking hands.
I love politics. I love local politics here. I'm actually a fixture at city council meetings in town.
I didn't know that. That's we might have to talk. I've always felt that I could form that type of relationship with people.
Right. Have a close park by our house in town that we go and just pretty much complain.
And immediately, I think we could do
extent of it.
Like fundraisers, like wiffle ball fundraisers.
Sure.
We have to talk about that.
Vegas is a small town. As Levine strikes out to start this inning, as oh boy, it is not going well for the Night Owls. It just needs something going. Dalby's not going to change much if some of the at-bats continue like this. As Petrovsky rips that into center. And you know, the balls that the Vaderz are hitting are just smashed.
Yeah, they're different
they're
right
getting
now than
down.
the Night Owls.
I mean, those are similar flights to what we're seeing from Ibarra and Edder, but just more power, more just raw talent. It looks like. As DiVella takes a check swing there, and Buck Burner is going to ring him up there with the swing. As our first base umpire is saying no swing, some confusion on the umpires here. Let's see if they get together. It was close. It's cold enough to where I just kind of call a strike on anything right now.
I didn't see anything as I was checking out the chat, so I got no comment on anything that happened.
Ground ball shortstop. Hand warmers out for Ibarra. Fires into the backstop, and just a quick 3 outs. Not what the Night Owls are looking for, and they're going to have to win this game against Billy Santiwan, it looks like.
Yeah, I want to kind of harp on what you were saying. The balls are just being hit harder and further by the Vaderz. And I don't know why. I don't know what is going on with the Night Owls. They just don't seem to have the power right now that the Vaderz are showcasing.
Yeah, Petrovsky hits that hard, but I mean, we've seen balls hit the center like that for the Vaderz that are just easily down. So,
what do you think about Petrovsky's comment right there at the bottom?
I honestly don't like that. I think the over-the-play umpire on that scenario should always appeal to the players with a better view. I mean, that's one of the plays, and I hate to reference baseball to wiffle ball. One way to get a manager and a player really upset with umpires in baseball is when the home plate umpire takes too much onus on those calls and doesn't appeal to guys that maybe have a better angle.
Gotcha.
So I don't like umpires that just take command about everything.
Is that an ego thing?
Yes.
Is that like a prideful thing?
Well, I don't think in this case it is, but in baseball it is. Yeah, that has happened. I do like the appeal. You know, the home plate umpire, here's what I saw, but what did you guys see down with the angle? That's what these guys are placed for here, first and third base. I like to utilize that.
Yeah, I'm curious to
I think it's a plus EV play for the home plate umpire to take the onus off him and give it to the guy up the line. A really quick way in baseball to make players upset. You see a lot of managers get ejected off calls like that. So that's my take on the situation. Here's Tanner Roundy. And White Boy Rick, I would not say always. A lot of home plate umpires just go too far with overruling. And you want to at least check, and you'll see catchers really get upset when umpires don't check first and third. So my take, Patricus, you're right. Power is, and the same in baseball, the power is behind home plate umpire. But if I'm that home plate umpire, I'm passing and appealing. I'm always going to take that play. And Tanner Roundy takes that 3-1 pitch. Good 50-mile-an-hour delivery by Dalbey, who's grinding out there. Dalbey's doing a good job keeping the Vaderz in this game.
Yeah, you got to remember, he's got some jet lag. He just came off that plane. He's got some altitude problems.
And same thing with Brandon Maio. Brandon Maio gave a really grinder's effort in game one there, really held the Vaderz at bay. And this Night Owls offense just can't get things rolling. And that's a long series when you don't score a run.
I see you, Frito. We'll see you tomorrow night.
And that's flied. First base line, and it looks like the player's in the way there. Dalbey couldn't go for that all the time.
There's got to be a clear out. There's got to be something said about that. Dalbey's kind of looking at what's going on, wants to make a play, and there's people pouring hot cocos over there.
You're lucky I'm not on the mound because I would blow through
full force. You saw me sliding like I was on a banana peel or whatever.
Better get out of my way if you're over there and I'm on the mound because that ball's being caught by me. I don't care who's in my way. But that's going to result in a Roundy walk, and Dalbey's out of here. What are we going to do here? It's got to be Brandon Maio. You're going to see a repeat of game one here on the mound with likely Santiwan coming in to finish this game and Brandon Maio taking the hill.
Yeah, the Night Owl's in jeopardy of just doing triple donuts.
Yeah, that's a long, long, long night off.
That's also going to be a long flight back for Dalbey. Seeing I came in for this right now.
Yeah, what is it, Wednesday? Yeah, what kind of flights are these, Trench? Are they night? Are they just red-eye flights? We just packing them up? Got to at least pack them up and send them back on the red-eye?
Get the guy a buffet ticket or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, at least a stay at the South Point or something. Yeah,
you can see some Vader heavy bets saying, bring Towers back in. They're really jamming him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that wasn't pretty today. Towers, I don't like seeing that.
Absolutely not.
Towers has been, it's just a kind of a welcome to PLW moment for him, and he's going to be the kind of guy that gets better out here each time he gets out. But that's almost got to happen to you,
Of course.
And then that's how you kind of respond, right? I mean, that's how do you handle adversity? And
I had my
that?
PLW moment when I fell out of the commentating booth and hurt my ankle, and I was done for 3 series. That was unbelievable, man.
Trench, missed having you up here, man. What a great night. Here's Battistoni, the runner at first, nobody out. And that's ripped down the line, as you remember.
Bauer, can you get a zoom in on Gio's bat right now? Look at the bat.
Oh, that's some custom work there. Look at that. It says "bye ball" on it. Look at that.
And one of those balls did go by. He's like a fighter jet,
Yeah.
Going overseas or whatever they used to do. They used to have the little names on the side. Memphis Belle.
And swinging a miss. Gets him on the low and away pitch at 52. And I think you got Bucky Wantman up there on Skycam Trench.
Was that Bucky?
Yeah. Oh, no, Trevor Bauer now back up there.
That's Trevor.
Okay, I know Bucky was up there training with Bauer. Great guy to learn from, Trevor Bauer, in action tomorrow night.
Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 4th as Sasai takes a swing and a miss.
Man, he wasn't very close to that one, Trench.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to him about this. This is a very close game.
There's the 0-2. Maio trying to shut the door, leave a runner at first. Oh, yeah, that's going to do it. 53 miles an hour. No chance for Sasai there. And Skycam all over Sasai. And just lightly sets the back down that time.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much fun to play here in PLW when you're a manager and you have a squad like you do with the Vaderz.
Yeah.
Like, you really can't insert yourself anywhere. So every once in a while, you just want to play some ball. I think he feels pretty confident in his team that a couple at-bats isn't going to be anything to worry about.
Yeah, why not? It's 18-0 in the series. I mean, yeah, should feel great about his team. Santiwan lifts one into center.
It's going to be a tough ball to get.
Towers underneath it, makes the play. Maio does a great job coming in, shutting it down, and these Night Owls pitchers are grinding out here. I mean, this is 2 games. Games 1 and Games 3 are completely winnable for this Night Owl squad.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell TikTok that there's people subbing over here at Twitch.
Tim Riley, Poker, getting after it. 129 gifted subs so far. TikTok, get over to Twitch. Look at that URL on your screen, twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. Twitch is where it's at. We have multiple camera angles, a great broadcast crew.
Instant replay.
And you might get gifted a sub. I mean, we literally have
Look at us.
thousands of gifted subs.
We're looking good on camera,
I love
Dodos.
this shot. It's a great
That's
shot.
my favorite
right
shot. I told
here.
Trevor, we got to get a couple of those shots. Love seeing that. Thank you, Trev.
Yeah, you kind of look your head's right in that little light circle right there.
It's like I've ascended into heaven with a little halo around my head right there with my little bunny foo-foo thing right there.
Great action here in the PLW. I want to thank all of our viewers as well for joining us on a Wednesday evening, chilly Wednesday evening, but the wind has been not as bad, so I think I was colder last night, Trench.
Yeah, I was definitely freezing.
Knuckleball from Santiwan. Hand warmers are down for Ibarra. And that's fired into the backstop. He has been perfect there at shortstop.
Yeah, right now hand warmers are undefeated.
Yeah, I see other shortstops taking notes here on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just drop the hand warmers, put them right back in play. 1 pitch, 1 out for Santiwan, as it's going to be an uphill battle now for these Night Owls.
You can see Zoe over there on third base struggling with the cold, hands in his pocket. And another one giving a peace sign.
Oh, there's a 50-mile-an-hour knuckleball. Good one there. I don't think Dalbey has seen too much of that. Great pitch from Santiwan. Really, really kind of taking this lead by storm with this knuckleball. And he changes speeds with it, too. Went 50 with that one, with the one before, and goes 57 there. 1-2. Santiwan really, really focusing on the inside half here against Dalbey, trying to jam him up, not let him get extended. Leaves that one over the plate, though. It's
going to drop
towards the right field line. Battistoni is there. No! Oh, and Kenny Santiwan can't help out his brother on the deflection. And that's going to be a hit there for Dalbey. Harsh error as Battistoni probably ran 20 feet to his left for that one. Here's Barry Hutter, the runner on base, 1 out.
That's the importance of, having... it's a band of brothers out there. You got to rally the troops around on high fly balls like that for the carom off.
Whoa! And that tanked the pipe, Trench. I couldn't even barely hear it. It was so faint, quiet, so faint. Wow! Santiwan is putting on a display tonight, putting the league on notice.
Like Sugar Ray Leonard just fainting.
In there at 51, always love 1980s middleweight boxing references, Trench. That's how I know you've been there and back a few times.
They're just not getting around on the ball.
No, and Santiwan makes quick work with the Night Owls again, and there's probably a lot of frustration right now in this series as it continues to be 2-0, but it feels a lot larger than that.
I'd hate to be in that Night Owls locker room if they do happen to get swept here in some of the conversations that will be happening. With the managers and players.
It gets like that sometimes. I mean, when it's part of being on a team, when it goes well, but when it's not going well, you got to have those hard conversations sometimes. And I'm sure when you go 50 innings without scoring a run like they did last season, I'm sure those have been had already. So, Nick DiVella's got some work cut out for him. He's got to engineer some runs somehow, some way, and Man. Yeah, times like this, you're short on answers. Yeah, you only have the players you have, correct?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, there's just different matchups as well. It's like some teams match up well with others, some don't. And this could just be a bad matchup for the Night Owls. In other sports, they talk about matchups and whatnot. And this just could be a really bad matchup for the Night Owls. But you can't escape the team not being able to score runs.
Right.
So if you don't score a run for 48 innings, you've faced multiple teams, and the outcome has been the same.
Here's Ethan Ibarra to lead things off against Maio, who just has not had any run support tonight. And then there's different types of sweeps, Trench. I mean, we got swept against the ones, but at least that game 3, we threw a couple punches there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, went away feeling pretty good about that last game and us coming back, showing some character. This one, the Night Owls need something to go their way to feel good about something.
Yeah, and obviously it is not over, Dodo.
No, it's not, no.
But this 2-0 lead, it feels like more.
It does.
And
it felt like that all night. And then you have Ethan Ibarra doing that. And it's gone. Opposite field to right center.
Wow, Sasai, you heard it out loud. Is it meant to be? He's manifesting that award. Ethan Ibarra goes Boppo for a solo shot as the Vaderz are going to be up 3-0 now. I'm curious if we get a poll going, who's going to be the guy coming up in here?
Yeah, that's what we got to start looking at in the 5th inning here. Yeah, who do you guys want to see in the
Edder?
booth? It is going to be a Vader.
Ibarra?
Let's just make it all Vader's options here.
Is it going to be Santiwan if they hold on?
Yeah, there's really tough options here.
Is it all 3 of them together?
No, we're just going to have a party up in the booth.
Nothing like a party if it's not a Vader's party.
Yeah, let's get that poll going. It's going to this series is decided at this point. Is it going to be a sweep or not? Still to be determined, as Brandon Maio is ahead of Kyle Edder here.
I wouldn't mind seeing all 3 of those guys come up. I mean, how do you decide? You got Santiwan throwing donuts, Edder and Ibarra teeing off.
Yeah, it's been a pretty powerful performance. 19 unanswered runs are now as Edder goes down. Maio, he's really battling out there, but it's going to be frustrating pitching. I mean, not getting any run support. I mean, he's been a gamer tonight. All the really Night Owls pitchers have been a gamer. Jason Walker's pitched well. I thought Dalbey pitched well. It's just very difficult. As Roundy takes strike 2 on the pan. What's Maio going to come up with here? 0-2. As Jake B just says, let's just throw chat up.
You know how the TV adds 10 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, when you're losing, it drops by 20 degrees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like when you're getting beat
sure.
up, you're just colder out there. When you're winning, you're warmer. That's just how it is.
We only have 2 outs on the graphic. I think that's only 2. Yeah, only 2 outs as the Night Owls coming off. Like they got the 3rd out there, but Ethan Ibarra led this inning off with a solo home run.
That's how bad they wanted to get out of that.
Yeah, you
inning.
couldn't have brought up that 20 degrees colder. I'm sure the 2 outs feels like 4 at this point as well. Yeah, 20 degrees colder. Yeah, the outs feel longer. It feels like it's a 10-0 game as well, not 3-0. That's the Night Owls. Just call it what it is. Haven't put their best foot forward tonight. Yeah. Trench.
And real quick, also want to thank. I'm not real hip on TSN, but I heard a network kind of gave us a shout out.
Yeah, I got
elaborate on that a little
some
bit?
Twitter action from TSN. That's basically the Canadian ESPN.
Wow.
Yeah, TSN is a huge network. 900,000 Twitter followers. Got a little retweet action. And what they retweeted was this beautiful facility that we have here at Hideaway Field, which why wouldn't you? I mean, we have a fantastic field and facility here.
And this is just the start of it. Wait till we work on that stadium in the next few months that we're building out.
Looking forward to having a couple hot cocos there. As that's ripped by Gio Battistoni to the
wall.
No
way.
Man.
It goes through his legs for a double. And it's just indicative of what the Night Owls have been doing all night long.
Yeah, just those little details, and you can kind of feel the Night Owls checking out of this thing a bit as Towers just can't get down to that one. And here is Kenny Santiwan here hitting for Sasai. This is going to be a pinch hit scenario as Sasai finally gives way, Trench. He's had enough.
Yeah, he wants to. And
yeah, use a free agent chip on someone. Get the guy some at-bats.
And not only that, I don't know the availability of the players, so I don't know if this Kenny needs the 15 games or whatnot.
Right.
Or was that elevated to 18? I forget what Chad.
I think it's 21 games.
Is it 21 games
now?
now?
That's me really throwing a number out there, but
so I don't know if that's a situation as well.
Right, I know they booked. I think they booked 7 flights for Dalbey. Is what I heard was the number, which would be 21 games. Which those flights are already booked, pre-booked flights. Trench. I mean, that's how players get treated in the POW.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're listening and think you're a ringer, get on with one of these teams and you might get some class treatment. 3-2. Kenny Santiwan chops at that one, stays alive, buys another pitch. And all of you watching at TikTok, come to Twitch. Dragon Lady might gift you a sub.
Yeah,
I mean, very likely chance that happens.
I think she's gifted over 700 subscriptions here on Twitch. That's an amazing, amazing accomplishment. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to tackle that.
No, 718 subs, Trench. I mean, GK, over 200. Me and Tim Riley Poker fighting for that third place spot.
It's okay. You're on the, get on the podium.
Yeah. I kind of channel towards the bits as well. I mean, big bit donor.
Yeah, you're a bit guy.
Oh, yeah, bitty bits. I love it. When I watch at home and I see a diving play or I see a play like Tom and Michael Dean made to end that game 2 last night.
Wow.
I mean, that's when I just get the bits out. I mean, it's just, that's 100 bits. Boom. I want to show appreciation. It's like giving a tip to a waiter or a waitress.
Yeah. As great as that play was that Michael Dean made out there to end that game, even a bigger play that helped me is Will smoked one to the right side and Dean put his paw out there.
Great play.
And that kind of solidified.
You're right. Got a palm on it. Got a firm palm on that.
Here's AJ.
And AJ was way out in front of that knuckleball at 48, and now he's going to probably get gassed up here with the same knuckleball. And Santiwan shows a great ability to change speeds with that pitch. And he kind of flares that to short. Ibarra handles easily. Vaderz looking good tonight. As the Night Owls down to 5 outs.
They look like a championship ball club right now, Jim. I mean, Santiwan's kind of like their leader of the crew right now. He seems like he's taking the reins as the leader of the Vaderz. Love seeing that. And you got to remember, you got Logan Christie out there. He's going to be recovering from an injury. He's set to come back in a couple months possibly. And you have also Nate Stepna who couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah, the Vaderz. Yeah, we didn't even really, why mention they're not at full strength when they're playing like this. But a great point. These guys, Nate Stepna is probably a Game 3 starter, and Logan Christie is another possible Game 3 starter. So pitching depth, still to be added for this Vaderz club, and they're still getting it done. Very impressive series by these purple people eaters here, as Towers gets a good stick on that.
Yeah, if he could get on base right here, give the Night Owls a chance to get one on the board, if not more. But Santiwan with that nasty knuckle.
Oh, man. And Towers, it's just been a tough night for him, and these innings are just going by so quick when the Night Owls are up.
I mean, Santiwan's just having fun out there nobody could hit me.
He's going to throw 9 scoreless in this game, in this series, and they're going to be 9 of the most laborless innings that you're going to have here in POW. I mean, he has basically just walked out and walked back to the dugout in 8 straight innings, and I'm just going to say it's going to be 9 at this point, and I'll probably be right because the Night Owls are just not showing anything off Santiwan tonight. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if that pole is getting close to going up there. I'm going to let you do the honors, Dodos, as you were the lead guy on this broadcast. Love being on the right side sometimes, letting you kind of do your work. I know sometimes I'm on that left and we feel kind of weird, but I'm at home right here right now with you when you take the lead. Yeah,
Trench, I mean, we've broadcasted so much together that we kind of have our seats, but tonight,
you can put us anywhere.
Put us anywhere, it's
musical Dodos and Trench.
That's right.
I don't know if anybody ever played that when they were in elementary school, but it was a pretty hip game. Here's Santiwan.
Top of the order here for the Vaderz is going to try to add on. And jam job a little bit there. Dalbey in the right spot. Dalbey flight delays. I mean, it must have been a frustrating afternoon for him. I mean, nothing really gets you going, like a plane delays and things like that. And then to come and get swept, it's just, ooh. Ibarra swinging through that pitch at 53 miles per hour.
And this is a great game by the Night Owls, actually.
Yeah.
only given up 3 so far, but they just cannot generate.
Ibarra does a good job spoiling a tough pitch at 62 there. Maio will take note of that. Down in graphics, if we can get a poll up for who's coming to the booth, I would pick all Vaderz players as those options. But get that thing rolling. And gets Ibarra on the low pitch. Good height there by Maio. And if Maio gets through this top of the 6th, I mean, 3-0. Night Owl's pitching staff doing a great job holding these guys in check. It just feels such a more lopsided result than this.
Yeah, like you said, when you have 18, almost 18 innings scoreless, a 3-0 lead feels like 15-0, right?
Yeah, no, I've been saying that since really the 3rd inning of game.
That's twice Edder has gone down.
No, Edder's just that frustration. He can't believe that. Take the inside pipe. 0-2, 2 outs. Maio looking sharp here in the 6th. Yeah, and he's just going to try to play around here with Edder. Let's see if he makes the adjustment. Struck Edder out a couple times, gassing him up.
Yeah, I'm reading Kingpin's comment right there, and it looks like they've packed up and they're on the bus ready to go home.
Yeah, the keys are out. And Edder does a good job not biting into any of that as our count was off a little bit there. It was full. Edder strolls down to first base. Maio won't mind seeing that as he gets Tanner Roundy in the 4-hole here for the Vaderz.
And they're just playing team ball. Tanner just kind of having a rough start to the season. And people are just playing team ball. When somebody's not stepping up, other people are.
Yeah, Vaderz.
And there's the pole.
And that's a high fly in the infield.
A lot of movement right there.
Maio, no, that's going to be tough, and that's spent a lot of time up in the air. Maio can't help himself out and come down with that. And
how do we see that pole, though?
The graphics guys can
drop it down.
They can drop it down for us. You just got it. There it is. There it is. Boom, boom. And Billy Santiwan
he is running away
with it. As I want to put a little bit of a plug out there for Ethan Ibarra. I thought he's been brilliant tonight, and defensively as well. You saw he had that amazing play. So I'll get Santiwan up here, but I'll ask him some questions about his teammates for sure.
That might have been the single most impressive infield play that I've seen out of Ethan Ibarra.
Right, and that was with Santiwan pitching, so I'll definitely be asking Santiwan about that. And when we have a player up in the booth at the end of the series, it's a great time to use the highlighted message feature in Twitch, as you can get your message, ask questions, and highlight the message, and I'll be sure to ask Santiwan what you're thinking over there. Love to incorporate our viewers and chat with our interviews at the end of the game and get you closer to our players, get you right into the action, bring the action right to your living room or cell phone. And Maio strands a pair, and I got to give a little props to my boy Brandon Maio, who has been grinding on the mound tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, he's held these guys in check for the most part tonight. I mean, a solo home run to Ibarra and gave up a couple in game 1, but he just cannot get any support, and that's got to be frustrating for him.
Whoa.
Billy Santiwan here in the bottom of the 6th, going to try to close almost a decently perfect evening. 9 innings of work, no runs, and I don't think there's been many hits, Trench. I can't think of.
Evan saying Santi Wakefield or R.A. Santi. I love that.
Well, R.A. Dickey throws known for throwing a firmer knuckleball in the 80s, and Wakefield a little knuckleball into the 60s, and I think it's more of an R.A. Dickey knuckleball. Santiwan gasses his knuckleball up at 58, 59 sometimes. Like that one at 52 there, ground ball to short. Ibarra, he's been perfect at shortstop.
Hand warmers down immediately.
Santiwan putting on a player of the week performance here. I know the home runs haven't been there, the flashy stuff, but when you do this kind of work on the mound, and he's been on base all night as well, this has been very impressive as he gets another ground ball to short off that knuckleball. Just no firm contact. Ibarra, he's automatic over there. I'm going to start campaigning for him to get in the Gold Glove conversation. He's been...
Well, I mean, the way Santiwan is pitching, Ibarra's just going to have a field day over there with weak ground balls.
Yeah, and living on that outside pipe to righties, they're just rolling right over that thing. And 2 outs so quick again. It's been like that all night. Goes
gone.
55, gone. Look at that. That is the most dominant.
This dude
9
is
innings of work you're going to see in the PLW. That is incredible. That completes a 19-0 series result. Game 3 is in the
Night Owls.
books.
They are in disbelief, dismantled.
Wow. Final here at the Hideaway. Vaderz 3, Night Owls 0. And
Dodos, I'm going to leave you to have this chat with Billy Santiwan. Everyone here, PLW Nation, don't forget tomorrow night, Bombers versus the Snappers. I'm going to get out of here. It was a lot of fun chatting with everybody. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Love it, Trench. Santiwan on his way up here, and I'm excited for this one. That was just absolutely dominant. Remember in the chat, throw me a highlighted message if you want me to read a question here. Yeah, put the headphones on, get that microphone nice and close to your mouth, about an inch or two away. It's all set up for you.
Oh, beautiful.
Billy Santiwan, the Vaderz kind of cruising to a result there. 19 unanswered runs. Before we get into your performance, talk about your team.
Man, we just needed a breakout series.
Sure.
We had the ones, the Vipers. We knew we were going in with hard matchups.
Yep. And
in fact, we got 2. We had confidence down. I was like, all right, guys, relax. Ethan, Kyle, amazing.
Right.
They have kept our team flowing with offense.
Yeah, and you kind of set the table for that offense, kind of mentioned that in the broadcast. You kind of providing the singles, getting on base, letting the power guys come back and do some damage, and damage they did. Ibarra and Edder all with a few home runs each, and you scored a lot of runs tonight. You're going to lead the league in runs with that kind of stuff going on.
It's amazing. I don't try to do too much up there. I just want to.
Right.
That's it. Set the table. I'll have 100 singles if I can. Right.
Yeah, that was impressive. I want to get to your 9 innings of shutout ball on the mound. Taking the league by a phenomenon with this knuckleball, you're seeing more and more pitchers start to display one, and that's because of you. What's your secret to success there?
Bro, it's a fun pitch. So when I played baseball, I threw it with a hard ball back in the day. And
wow.
Now it's natural, I guess. It's fun. It's fun to throw. It's a hard pitch to control, especially when it gets windy.
Sure.
But I'm there. It's hard.
And you got a defense behind you that was stellar tonight. I mean, Ethan Ibarra made a play at shortstop today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was just kind of set the tone for the series, it felt like, in game 1.
My goal is to bring out a bunch of athletes, athletes that can move around out here, so I can make those plays. I can pitch to contact. I don't need to strike out every single batter I face. I have all the confidence in the world in my defense.
Yeah, and then your innings, that just kind of, I was talking about it, just kind of the laborless 9 innings there of shutout ball. You really didn't put any effort for it, it felt like. Just felt like the game's moving. You walk out there, throw a few pitches, and you're walking back in. It must feel really good. We had a pleasure watching you guys tonight. And I was kind of to touch on something you said earlier, the 2-4 record not indicative of the competition that you've played. You guys played some tough series to start out and take advantage of the Night Owls tonight.
We've been in every game too.
Sure.
You tip your caps. The ones, the Vipers, fantastic. The Night Owls, fantastic. They were in every game. The second one we kind of got hot. Second inning we exploded a little bit.
Kitchen Rug has a question in the chat here. Do you feel like the Vaderz are favorites going forward?
I think the Vaderz are going to be very big underdogs. A lot of people don't believe that we're going to be good. Last year we were predicted to win 6.5 games at first, then 12.5. Then we snuck in the playoffs.
You guys have really beat that horse with a good chip on your shoulder. I don't think anybody's there anymore on you guys.
We like to be those underdogs, though.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to ride that momentum and have that chip on your shoulder, something to prove every time you go out there.
Today was a very good confidence day for us.
Yeah, 19-0 in the series. That's going to be a confidence booster for any team.
Absolutely.
Congrats, Billy Santiwan. Go enjoy it with the squad. And I really enjoyed watching you up here tonight.
Hey, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one tonight. Good stuff there from Billy Santiwan. A lot of good feedback. And the Vaderz, a force in the PLW this season, dismantling the Night Owls. As I welcome back Trench. Trench, any closing remarks for me of what you saw tonight?
I don't know. Give me a slice of humble pie, dude. That dude... quiet, calm, respectful. He just puts it. He lets the wiffle ball do the talking.
I love it.
I love seeing that out of players. I agree with him. There's going to be a lot of people that have the Vaderz as underdogs. They're not as high profile as like ones and Vipers and Snappers and Bombers type teams. They're going to be right there, man, with that type of squad. And when they really, really get their team fully healthy and ready to go, why not them?
Yeah, he knows the game as well. Talking about pitching to contact, getting his defense involved, quick innings like that. That's going to lead to team performances like what you saw. So wrapping it up here from the Hideaway, Vaderz dominant fashion tonight. Haven't seen a series result like that yet this season. 3-0 there, 19-0 on the scorebooks. Trench had a really good time up here tonight. We had a lot of fun interacting with everybody.
Not only that, 342,000 points were on the Vaderz for that game.
Easy
a
money
lot of people
there.
cashed in on that one.
We call that a rocking chair game here in Las Vegas. Just get in the rocking chair and let Santiwan do his thing. Easy wiffle points for Vaderz backers all night. This is Jim Dodos for Trench Pacone. Let's sign off, Trench, and we'll see you tomorrow night. It's going to be Bombers and Snappers. Got a good one for you. 6:05 p.m. at the Hideaway.